Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you guys have all woke up to some nice Tebbz merch. Thank you, everyone who has supported us and bought Tebbz merch for Christmas. If anyone has got any Tebbz merch on Christmas Day, tag us and we'll share it all throughout Christmas Day. But yeah, this is our... on social media. Thank you. You got the mic there. We've got Papa Tebbz and Chels for our yearly Christmas roundup. And we're going to break it into 3 segments. We're going to talk about YouTube, talk about some podcasts, and then we're going to talk about the racing throughout the year. So sit back, leave us on your TVs, and just enjoy us rambling on for the next hour or so.
While you eat your turkey.
Well, what time's this out? 11 o'clock? 11 o'clock, so you might be eating your turkey if you're really early, or you might be finishing your breakfast.
Bit early for turkey.
Might be finishing your breakfast, who knows? But yeah, this is just our yearly roundup. This is for you guys to know a bit more about our year. Some of you may have missed some of it. Some of you may have been there for the whole time. Who knows? And we've got a lot of new viewers, actually. So if you've only just joined us over the last few months, welcome to Tebbz Racing. We're going to take you through our year. Papa Tebbz, how are we? You good?
Very good.
Good. Chels? We've given Chels a mic for this one. She didn't want to be on camera, but we've given her a mic. So hopefully this works out all right. We're not too sure yet. We've never done it.
I'm good.
All right. She's good.
And now she's on the racing team.
She is, yeah. We said, didn't we, beforehand, was like, are you coming on, Chelsea? And she's like, no, I don't want to be on. That's like, we've done a meeting. You're part of the Tebbz Racing team now, the racing team.
Yeah,
not just in the content team.
Banger division.
Yeah. And she's going to be holding down the banger division next year, which we'll get onto. First off, we're going to talk about the YouTube side of it. And we're going to talk about from January to now and how we've progressed and sometimes didn't progress. And this will hopefully, anyone who's starting, this will hopefully inspire you or help you out as well. We started in January, a very slow start, and we were so far behind on videos, like many times. It was about 2-3 months behind, weren't we? Something like that, which is not good. If you're still doing a YouTube channel, you could not be 2-3 months behind. It was terrible. But just a lot going on. Obviously, we had Tallulah in November. And we'll get on to why as well. We was a bit slow, but we started in January very slow. Views were getting about 7,000 to 10,000, which is very good, obviously. Per video, yeah. We was averaging bad video 6 to 7, and in a good video you was looking at 10,000. We did have a banger video come out which exceeded everything else, but that was sort of a one-off. I don't know why the video done so good, because I didn't do very well in the banger, but
yeah, they're hard to predict.
They are. You don't
what's
know
going to do well and what's not.
No, you ain't got a clue. YouTube videos, you really don't.
You put it out there and it's a gamble, isn't it?
Put your heart and soul into it, and then it's like a 10 out of 10, and it's not very good. And it happened many times. But yeah, we had a very slow start, and obviously we had the war going on at the time as well. Which, with the war, we actually gained a lot of viewers. The good war videos, we were 5,000 more, so we get like 15,000 views, whereas a good video normally was getting about 10,000. So every time we come off from the war, even if we got smashed up, I was like, as long as I've got a good thumbnail, we're going to get some views. I didn't care if I got smashed up. And
they always got good views, didn't they?
Did, yeah. And they're some of the top performing videos.
Yeah.
Still,
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's mute that somehow. Oh, it is muted. Okay. There we go.
And
which
some people were saying, "Oh, and get bored of the war."
Yeah,
but then they'd still watch it.
They would, but I said at the time, enjoy it while it's here, because it's not going to be on the channel forever. And then you're going to be moaning at me when it's really roddy, because it does happen, and it did happen.
Yeah.
So I said, while the war was there, enjoy it, and a lot of people did. The comments we were getting were brilliant, and obviously when we got smashed up, it was it was still it's all right, Tebbz, which I'd never took it in a bad way. It's fine, it is what it is. And we got content out of repairing the cars as well, which we had some really badly damaged cars, which the video's done well on that as well. Straight away 16,000 views, me taking it to Jamie Blackman's and doing the front end with him and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a slow start, but then with the war it definitely helped out. And then obviously consistency was bad at the beginning of the year, which then further on in a few months time the consistency actually come back. And we got into the swing of things in the summer, didn't we? Until...
we were still behind in the summer, really.
I think you were behind.
What, all year?
September, October.
Right, well, the thing is, I think I was really close to getting caught up.
You were caught up with the 1300 stuff, but not the Tebbz Try stuff, all the other stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we was behind on the videos, the other videos.
Yeah.
And the podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we didn't actually really ever catch up the whole of this year.
Priority was the thing.
You have now.
Yeah, I have now, but the priority, it was get the 1300s, and I did get up to date with the 1300s, but then we had like 3 or 4 podcasts.
Yeah.
That was already done, and people, even now, feels bad because they were like, "When's that coming out?" I'm like, "It is," but just 1300s always priority, especially with the war. It had to be out that week when we caught up with it, and and then the Tebbz tribes. There was a few formulas that I tried that I just couldn't get the videos done. It had to be the main thing was getting them 1300s out as quick as we could, which we tried, which was still late with them, which made podcasts and the Tebbz tribes even later. So no, we did catch up with the racing ones for a little bit, but not.
Yeah, I think we probably got up before the summer, but then you had a lot of back-to-back weekenders.
That was another thing. So then,
yeah, so that set you back, didn't it?
Leading into that, yeah, which
prepping the cars like 2 weeks before, and then you're doing the whole 3 weeks in a row of racing.
Yeah. So luckily, I actually had Rex jump on board. So Rex, Alfie, you'd have seen him on the YouTube channel. He actually joined LGC and joined me in the garage, thankfully. Otherwise, I would never have probably made it to them weekenders. No way. We spent hours, 11 o'clock at night, day after day, coming into work the next day. He did not take it very well. He's only 17. He did not take it well.
Is that all he is?
Yeah. I said to Chel, surely he should have more energy than me. And she was like, not that age, not teenagers.
No.
They sleep a lot.
Yeah.
They're growing.
Hormones.
Yeah. Whereas I'm not anymore.
Yeah.
Just growing outwards. So but he was finished. And there was many times, and I was like, "You coming in?" And he was like, I was like, "You don't have to." And he was still coming in the garage with me.
He did love it.
Bless him. He did, yeah. And he was a lifesaver, and he was the one that got me to the meetings, which was the World Final Weekender. It got me to Speed Weekend, got me to World Final Weekender, which was the 2 cars getting ready, and he got me to the European, which we went and won, obviously.
And then he obviously came to the meetings to help.
He was turning up to the meetings as well as being in the garage, and then come to Ireland with us.
Yes.
Won £1,000. Dash for cash, better than any championship. And yeah, he was the one that helped me put the engine back together, helped me put the engine in, helped me paint it, the whole lot. He was there, and without him I would have been absolutely screwed because I had no one else really to help me. Papa Tebbz was on nights, 50 minutes away, and it's just, yeah, but I enjoyed it. I look back now and I did enjoy it, and obviously he's only ever done banger stuff, so it was nice for me to sort of teach him. That's
probably what made it a bit slower as well, because you were teaching him.
Yeah, he does know a lot. He does know enough, but not quite everything. So I did have to oversee it. Yeah. And obviously he's just learning to weld box section, so I couldn't really leave him the whole time to do box section while I was putting the engine in or anything. So yeah, but he was a massive help, and it put us so far behind with the videos, didn't it?
Well, yeah.
What was we, like 2 months?
Probably more.
And I had people messaging me, comments all the time, and people messaging me saying, "Have you given up YouTube? Have you given up YouTube? What's going on with the videos?" I'm like, oh, I'm done. I can't do it anymore.
There's only so much time in the day.
There was, because we were just back to back with the race weekends. And if you're doing 4 days in the garage, and I couldn't film it, I wish I could. And they would have been brilliant videos if I had time to film it and thing, but I just couldn't. And yeah, it all got too much really. But it worked what we done. You know, we got a 9th in the world final, which is not the best, but we was up there competing with the best in the country.
Yeah,
best
and
in the UK.
that many cars around that big track.
Exactly.
Good.
And then obviously win the European, that paid off massively all the time. And then winning the £1,000 dash for cash, you know, had to be there on track and had to have the car there and at its best.
Won the English Championship.
Yep, that was in February, March. That was another good one, which we'll touch on when we come to the racing. But we was inconsistent with that at that time as well.
Yeah,
we
couldn't get that out.
And people were like, "Oh, we've watched it on Speedway TV." I'm like, "Sorry, it's not my day job." We're busy preparing cars, and obviously the engine got stripped again, so that's time in the garage repairing that.
Yeah, that was killer, wasn't it? The engine getting stripped all the time.
And we only had one decent engine, didn't we? So it was rebuild that and
we
pull
had
it back in.
one fading, didn't we?
Yeah. Which was in the other car, and then that was our only other good one. So yeah, it was a lot. It was definitely a lot. But now,
carry on, go on. What were you going to say?
No, it was going to say it was a lot, which means something had to change. And
so, what changed?
Well,
because you're on top of them now.
I am. We are on top of them as a team. We are, And there's a few things that we've put in place now to make sure that we're all on the same page. But yeah, it got to a point where I was doing, so as well as racing all the time, really behind on YouTube, but also at that time I was doing a lot for LGC as well. Like, I was going above and beyond for LGC because it's a company that I enjoyed working at and trying to help it grow and whatnot. And it got to a point where the videos had slowed right up, and any time I was getting, I couldn't edit because I was spending, you know, every day I was at work. In the evenings I was doing extra work as well to find more work and stuff like that, and it just sort of took any time I had away from YouTube. So I was really, I had no time left for it, and it got to a point where I was like, I've just spent 2.5 years of my life, me and Chelsea and Papa, which he was there obviously not editing them, but you were there with me doing it, and I was like, do I want to follow the route of scaffolding and leave YouTube knock YouTube on the head, or ease off YouTube and just do it part-time as and when I want to do it, as opposed to as and when I should be doing it? And it was like, there was a few things that happened over the weeks that I was thinking it, and it got to a point, I remember being here at night and I think I was trying to edit a video and I was so tired, and I was like, what am I doing? Like, do you want to do this YouTube full-time like you've been trying to do for the last year, and then obviously your mind's changed, or do you want to just do it part-time, forget about doing it full-time or pushing for it and focusing on scaffolding? And I was like, no, I've done this for 2.5 years, and for the last year it's been my goal to do it, and I've just let that seep away from me, and it changed. It just flicked in my mind. I was like, no, you know what, I'm going to do this YouTube. I'm going to push for it. I'm going to push for it to go full-time eventually, but I'm going to push for it at least to go part-time, to free up some space, not focus on the scaffolding. Let's focus on what we've been focusing on for the last year, what me and Chelsea and Dad and everything's been working towards, and everyone's been working hard, and it was on me. It's all on me. If I don't want to do it, we don't do it.
No. We need a front man.
Yeah. So it was like,
I don't want to be in the camera.
No.
We'll have to get a new singer.
So it's like, people have helped me this far, like I'm just going to throw it in their face as well. I was like, no, let's do it. Let's push for it. And that's when my mentality changed. What month was this?
Probably like summer, August time.
Yeah, towards the end of summer. We're looking at August time.
August, September, you were...
And yeah, so then one thing that had to change was the fact that I was doing, you know, we were doing 6-7 days sometimes at work, and then I stopped doing the weekends and I was doing 5 days every week, and it was like, no, I can't be doing 5 days, it's not enough.
Well, you were literally going to work, coming home, spending time with Tallulah. Then when she would go... Because
you had a new baby.
Which we've got a 1-year-old now.
Then she would go to bed, you would have a nap, and then you'd wake up about 9 o'clock. So she goes to bed about between 7 and 8. You'd go to bed at the same time. Put both of you to bed.
Yeah. Well, I'd put her to bed and then go to bed.
Yeah. And then you'd have a nap, and then you'd wake up and then just go through the night to edit for as long as you could.
It was like
2-3 in the morning.
I'll be at work and my computer, like doing a report at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and it'll pop up.
Sent a video in to check.
Yeah, sent a video in to be viewed.
Yeah.
I'm like, go to bed.
But that was the routine, wasn't it? Up until we changed it, that was the only way I could get the videos.
You've been doing that pretty much the whole year.
Yeah.
So you'd have like 3 hours sleep at night and another hour or 2 in the evening, broken.
That's it. And then waking up, getting to work for 7, driving a lorry.
Yeah, a lot of responsibility.
Loading up in the morning, making sure the boys know what they're doing. Get it from Jeff. Make sure the boys know what they're doing for both gangs or whatever. Go out, drive the lorry in the morning, an hour and a half sometimes.
Yeah.
To the job, do the job, work all day, and then drive back to the yard and then back home.
Yeah. Well, it was just dangerous in the end. You'd be falling asleep on the way home. The boys in the lorry had to keep you up and stuff.
The boys keeping me awake half the time,
yeah,
which is not good. And it's not good, and it was like, got to the point, it was like, this has got to change. Like,
so,
if I'm going to do
it's not sustainable.
Yeah, it's not. If I'm going to do this and push to do this now.
So what did you do?
So I tried going down to 4 days a week at work, which when you're the lorry driver and you've got a gang to look after and, you know, whatever responsibilities, it's hard to do it. But
it's hard to replace you.
Yeah, so I tried going down to 4 days and I couldn't. So then I tried again and I couldn't. So therefore, in my head, I'd already switched and I was like, I'm going to do it full time. Nothing's going to stop me, really. And that was it. That was my mentality. Nothing was going to get in my way, I'd switched it. I'd done it. And so, yeah, I put some things in place and ended up leaving and getting the job that I needed, which is to have a job where I can work 4 days a week and have the flexibility of having time off when needed, having half a day if needed, you know, because I'm not picking the boys up in the morning or going to the yard and driving the lorry for everyone and have a responsibility of 2 other blokes being able to work. I'm just working on my own, you know. So I needed the flexibility. If I was up late editing, I can start at 9, 10 o'clock.
The other day,
I was text Harry 3 o'clock in the morning, mate, I need to get this video out. I'm going to start at 9 and I'll do my 9 hours and finish at 6, whatever, you know.
Here's the dog snoring.
The dog snoring, and that is the job I needed. And it just so happened that when I was ready to leave, Harry was ready to take someone on. Yeah. You know, and it just worked. And obviously, with me leaving, meant that I'm not expecting Jeff and Jack to let me stay in the workshop that's in the LGC yard. I didn't expect that at all. That's a perk of working for them, was having the free yard, having the free workshop at the yard. And I still had people message me, I don't understand why you left the yard, why you left the workshop. Like, I don't know if they were young or what, but it's like I can't, or they didn't know that the workshop was in LGC's yard. I mean, it's pretty obvious to me, but I don't know. And so I had messages going, well, I don't understand why you left the workshop though. I know you left the job. It's like, well, I'm not expecting them to keep me in, let me in the workshop. You know, it was a perk of the job.
Yeah. And
I understand that. That's fine. So therefore I had to get my own workshop, which is brilliant, you know, and it's another thing, you know, another responsibility or whatever.
Yeah.
And independence, which is what I needed.
Yeah.
You know, I can have whatever I want in that workshop at any time. And if I don't want anything in there for a minute, I don't need anything. If I want 4 cars in there, I can put 4 cars in there. And it just worked. And it is working at the minute. So that's why we left LGC and the brain mentality, the switch, and sort of bringing us on to now, which is the videos are very consistent now.
Yes.
Very consistent.
October. Since
October, which is when we made the switch.
We've caught up.
We've caught up with every single video that we ever had banked and is now up to date. And videos that we're coming out, we have planned 2 months in advance.
Yes.
Which is a big thing, planning. We're planned 2 months in advance.
Yeah, we were planning this year, but because we were so behind, it was difficult to do.
Yeah, it was changing every time, wasn't it?
But
weekly, it was changing.
We know what the videos are going to be in Jan. We know what they're going to be in Feb.
Well, we've actually got it organised now, haven't we?
Yeah.
So it's more like a business.
Yeah.
Well, now we've got more
with a calendar. We have meetings. Yeah,
we've got a monthly meeting now with me, Chelsea, Rach, Dad, and Ollie, who helps us out, which we get onto Ollie in a bit, who helps out the channel as well. We do a monthly meeting now to make sure everyone's on the same page, especially with these December ones.
The calendar's live. It's always getting updated.
We've got a live calendar.
Calendar's busy.
That is, yeah.
It's busy, yeah.
And
but it's organised.
Exactly. And it tells us all when the videos are coming out, when we need to film the videos.
Which, we had that for us too.
Who's doing what?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Towards the end of the year we had it.
Yeah, but now we've sort of opened it up to all 5 or 6 of us.
Well, yeah.
So everyone knows and there's no questions. So, yeah, moving on now, I've done what I needed to do, which was go down to 4 days a week. And then everyone else has chipped in and done what they needed to do, which was mainly organise the calendar, etc.
Which was leave teaching.
Which is what?
Leave teaching.
Leave. Oh, Chelsea as well. That's another big thing. Yeah. So Chelsea was a primary school teacher, head of year 2, which, you know, she couldn't do any more.
The workload was just...
The workload's way too much.
Yeah.
If anyone's got a partner or anyone that's listening is a teacher, you know exactly what
Well, anyone who works in education is just...
Yeah.
You're doing a full-time practical job teaching, you're doing a full-time admin job as well. So it's hard.
Yeah.
Well,
being a mother.
I couldn't believe you had to do all your work at work, then you'd have 2 hours work to do at home after. It's ridiculous.
Just not sustainable when you've got a family or if you want to do something else.
Yeah, it's all right when you're looking after yourself.
Yeah, when it was just us two and, you know, we wasn't serious about another job or anything. It was just, it worked, didn't it? I worked a lot, you worked a lot, but now everything's changing.
We need to work together a lot.
Yeah, so now we've got a bubba and we need to now work together a lot rather than our own things. But we've got plans in place. We've already started, and this is now the start of the.
And it shows. I mean, the December marathon is massive.
Wow.
And you're on top of it.
We've not missed one yet.
Just hanging in there.
We're on the 20. We're recording this live on Christmas Day.
Of course we are.
But yeah, you guys would have witnessed us do the whole December 25 videos. If I haven't, we're going to cut this out, but we're so close. We're so close. So yeah, that was another thing as well. So since October, when I went down to 4 days, we've been very consistent every single week, and obviously then meant we could then plan the December videos, which come up as my brilliant idea. I saw ages ago, I watched loads of YouTube, and I saw ages ago this couple that vlogs. They done a December marathon, and I always wanted to do one. And this year it just worked out that it was the year to do it.
We sort of the weekends calmed down, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then you started. You had the days laid out. You already had the plan, didn't you?
An Excel spreadsheet, actually.
An Excel spreadsheet. Yeah, we did.
That the teacher provided.
Yeah.
And
we planned the videos when they're being filmed, when they're being edited.
Yeah, so we managed to do quite a few before December, didn't we?
Filmed them, not finished them. We filmed them in November, yeah. We planned it in
Obviously
October.
Needed editing.
Yeah, probably September, October time we started thinking about it. Yeah. And then I said, in October, if we're going to do it, we need to sort it all out now.
Yeah. Chelsea definitely pushed it enough.
Chelsea's literally turned into the boss.
Yeah, she is. The manager, the boss, the bloody whatever else, other titles, editor.
I'd rather not hear them, please.
Producer, director.
And what?
I'd rather not hear the other titles.
So yeah, that then obviously with that extra bit of time now, 4 days, which is not extra time, there's time that's being filled. It just means I haven't got late nights, but now I've gone back to having really late nights because we're doing the December videos. I can't help it. I made more time to keep up with what we're doing, and then I just filled it in. Yeah, I come up with this brilliant idea of doing these 25 videos, and Chelsea, are you sure? Yeah. I was like, yeah. She's like, you sure we ain't? I was like, yeah, come on then. So then straight away she's like, right, plan it, bosh. There's your plan. What video ideas are we doing? We come up with these video ideas. There's the plan. A couple of days later on a spreadsheet. And then it was literally like, thank you very much to ASD. Who else have we done? Ollie
for the golf video. Nigel
Hari, yeah. Everyone that's been in the videos, thank you very much. Scotch Bright, because they obviously have helped out. We had a few days to do it too, and Papa obviously. We had days that we had planned. It was like, can you lot help us on this day? Yes, we can. Or no, all right, can we do this day? Yes, we can. So everyone that's been in December videos, thank you very much, because it's without you guys, obviously, we wouldn't have been able to do it, and we needed it to work in the
podcasts?
Plan. Yeah, the podcast. Matt Simpson, Frankie Wayman. Did we do any more? Scotch Bright. And Nigel was sort of it was a Q and question and fishing. But yeah, no, so to make that work, it took a lot of work, but we done it. Would I do it again? Yes, but I'd be much better planned.
Yeah, it'll be.
The videos will be recorded in the year.
Like May.
Yeah.
Not organised in September, October, November or December, because that is far too late and I don't recommend it. It's not healthy. That it has not been healthy at all. But obviously we've got everything planned for January and Feb as well, so we're not just going to finish these and then have nothing. So yeah, that's the YouTube up to now. I hope I've covered enough, about how we slowed it down, which my focus was elsewhere and whatnot, and we just didn't have the time.
Yeah, the growth has only really come since you've been consistent.
Yeah, that is very true. How true is that? The growth shows the more consistent you are.
Yeah.
When you're inconsistent,
absolutely, yeah.
You just, because you got the YouTube studio, which you can see all your figures as well. When you're not doing it, it gets you even more depressed.
Yeah.
Because you're just watching numbers go down, and you're not putting the time in. Numbers going down, so therefore it just is just bad cycle.
Snowball, isn't it?
Snowball, bad cycle. Yes, not good. But then,
you want to be spiraling upwards.
But then when it's the opposite end, and you are consistent, and the numbers are going up, you're like, it spurs you on, and you just got to keep going. You can't stop. You can't fall off. You can't fall off the roller coaster. You got to keep pushing and keep going with it. So yeah, it's a very, very good year. A very good year for us, considering we was very inconsistent. But we've sorted that out, and now going into 2026,
which means you have to treat it. It was like a hobby, weren't it? When we started,
yeah,
it was just something we did because we was doing the cars anyway, weren't we? To now, it needs to be organised like a business.
Yeah, to be able to be consistent with good videos, it does.
It needs a lot of structure.
It needs a lot of planning.
It needs people knowing what they're doing.
Whereas when you first start, you don't need any of that. So we move on to it. A lot of people have asked me about YouTube as well. A lot. I'd say on average 2 people a week. I've started up. Can you help me? Can you give me a shout out? Can you, or I want to start up.
I'm going to start up.
What cameras do you use? Blah, blah, blah. And I say a very broad advice to everyone now. Just start with whatever you've got. I started on a phone and then a GoPro just because that's what we had. And then I was putting GoPros in the car, but I was using the same GoPro to then film in the garages. Just start with whatever you got. Be consistent. If you're not going to be consistent for a year at least, then there's no point doing it. We done the weekly series, and that was more than hard enough. That I've got burnout with that, and I was so done with that by the end of it. But it made the channel what it is, and it got us our core supporters because they knew we were going to churn out a video every Wednesday, most Wednesdays before people start.
Tuesdays, wasn't it?
It started on Tuesdays, but I moved it back to Wednesdays because I ran out of time.
Yeah. Just move it.
Yeah, further and further back. But that was what we done when we first started, and I had no clue what I was doing. I've no clue. I couldn't talk to a camera. Didn't have no structure.
We was in trouble, weren't we?
We was, but we just started.
But we persevered, though.
We did, but
we just carried on.
That's what you have to do.
Even if you can't watch them, like you
Don't
can
worry.
now and laugh at them.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know,
at the time,
at the time, you're just like, oh, no.
Yeah. So,
but you just keep going, don't you?
You do.
Keep going, and then all of a sudden, you learnt a few things, didn't you?
Yeah.
How to improve, and then you improved yourself, and
Definitely.
away you went.
Definitely, it was tough to start with. So if anyone's starting, there's no real advice. And exactly what Mr. Beast says in his videos, he might be a child YouTuber, but he's the best. And his advice is upload a video every single week and be 1% better each time. And then in 100 videos and 200 videos, your videos are going to be all right. But unless you're committed to unless you're actually going to make that commitment, don't bother starting. And if you're not going to be consistent, don't bother starting. Because we was in our second year and we started being inconsistent and it dropped off straight away. And if you're doing that in your first year, you're in trouble. Only the very special ones that will pull through that. So yeah, you have to be consistent and just start crap and just go and improve each video. Tiny little things each video. Get to 100 videos. Get to 200 videos, and then start thinking, am I good enough for this? Should I, do I want to be carrying on with it?
You do 100 videos, you will be.
Yeah. Do I want to carry on with it? Right, yes, we've got some traction now. I've done 100 videos. So yeah, a lot of people ask me, just start with your phone, just have fun with it. The main thing as well at the beginning is having fun with it. If you're not having fun with it, you're not going to carry on, and you're not going to do them late nights that it takes.
You will get some good feedback, though. There's a lot of people encouraging you, isn't there?
Well,
when you start, even if you're,
Yeah.
When we started, the ones, we used to have a lot of people say, they're all right, keep going, keep going. Look forward to the next one. You think, oh, yeah, I do like it.
They're all right, yeah. They were terrible.
Those little comments like, yeah, no, it's all right.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's terrible. No, it's actually all right. Oh.
So yeah, that's my advice. So I get so many people asking, but I can't teach you what you need to know. You just got to start and do it, and that's it.
Yeah.
And just and be prepared for some late nights if you want to be consistent as well. It happens, especially if you've got a family and whatever. It's not easy. I started without a family, and it was hard enough then.
Yeah.
So we move on to the podcast stuff now, which this year has been the year for our podcasts. We're now on, I don't want to say a number now, but let's say 15 to undo it. I've done more than that. Like 20 podcasts I think I've done now. Since I started, 20 podcasts. And obviously the podcasts now seem to be doing really well. Obviously we've got big names and we get so much good feedback. But obviously at first with the podcasts,
they were just a little add-in, weren't they? We thought we'd try lots of different stuff.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't anybody else doing it, was there? And
there's many people doing podcasts, which I listen to all the time.
Yeah, I don't mean that. I mean, in stock cars, when we started, there wasn't anybody doing podcasts as such. Maybe Speedworth TV were the nearest, really.
Yeah, they've done their segments. Yeah, the interview segments. Yeah,
yeah. But we thought we could probably compete with that, and we see just see what happens, really. And then we started practicing on each other, didn't we?
Well, yeah, you watched the early podcast. It was me, you, and Jack.
Yeah, and even I was featured in podcast.
Yeah,
and we had 1,300 drivers, didn't we?
Yeah, we went to Bromley's, which was an early one. Which I know Bromley had just won the world final, so it's like, well, he's a world champion, and I know him well. He's a good friend.
Yeah,
you know, him and Ricky are really nice people.
Sid
grew up with Sid racing.
Yeah,
2-time world champion, and I thought,
he does lots of cool stuff, don't he?
Yeah,
and
Carl Hegg was like, we wanted to go up in Scotland.
Hegg was one of the first,
and do a couple in Scotland. We wanted to do. So it's like, well, Hegg's a very good mate of mine. He's got a good story. He's a good stock car driver.
Isn't he? He's great personality.
Yeah, and so
very funny.
It was just kind of people who you knew.
Yeah,
backstory on to practice.
Dave Rennie.
Yeah, Motorsport of Attitude man. It was a good thing to go and talk to him about all that, and it was just literally people we knew, and Bodger, you know, good friends with Bodger.
Yeah,
and I knew he's a character in the Unlimited Bangers, absolute character. And when he come to do the podcast, we actually spoke about him starting a YouTube channel. And hope to think that we inspired him to do it. But yeah, and then it sort of progressed. And then we'll talk about Ollie coming on now, because the big thing with the recent podcast has been Ollie Leet. As I say, I said it in the sponsorship video, started as just a fan, then a sponsor, and now a friend. And now he's actually a big thing in the YouTube channel, a big character in the YouTube channel behind the scenes. And he's helped book some of these big names. So for looks of it from this year, we've got Tom Harris, Dean Wood, Andy Smith, Jack Starr and Keefe, the McCanns and John Christie, Scotch Bright, obviously he's one of our own, Nigel Hari, Frankie Wayne Jr. and Matt Simpson. You know, they're all massive names, a lot of them massive names. And I think to get the people like that, if you'd have gone to them 2 years ago when we first started,
no chance.
You know, I wouldn't have been comfortable doing it anyway.
No,
I was nervous on our first few podcasts, massively nervous, like almost starting again.
We'd done them together, didn't we? And then we would analyse them a little bit and say what we should improve.
Yeah, definitely.
Which we still do.
Yeah. I always give feedback.
Yeah, your greatest critic.
Yes,
is there.
The boss is Chelsea. The biggest critic, the biggest. But yeah, we've always, since the get-go, when we've put them out to our lot, Dad's especially, because he's looking from a different perspective than some of us, and he's, you know, got a different angle on it. Chelsea's got a different angle on it. I've got a different angle on it, you know, and Rachel as well, sister, she's got a different angle, because she doesn't know half the stuff that we know.
She gives good feedback, didn't she, from an outside standpoint.
Yes. So yeah, the build up to the podcast this year have been the practice for the last 2 years, really.
Yeah.
And also, like the Tebbz Tribe, you do the monthly podcast. So
yes,
that's helped.
That's probably big as well. So if anyone don't know, we've got a Tebbz Tribe, a channel membership where you pay a fee and you get a load of perks, which one of them is a monthly podcast exactly like this, but we've actually now gone it to do a live Q&A podcast, so now it's live.
Yeah, so we're a lot more comfortable doing
which is more interactive.
Doing it live, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because it's sort of...
Which I think that is, you're right, I didn't even think about that. We're doing a podcast every month without podcasting.
We do.
So it's... Yeah, that's massive, because that's over 12 podcasts in a month. That would not any
in a month.
Sorry, in a month. Wow, in a year. So yeah, that's mad as well. That's been helping, and then it's all led to this year. You know, Tom Harris. I was so nervous beforehand, but when I got there and chatted to him, I was like, no, it's, you know, I've done my research. I know enough about him.
I thought it was. I haven't really seen much Tom Harris because I don't really follow the F1s.
Mm.
But obviously I watched Gears and Tears, and when you was going to do Andy Smith, I thought, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's good. But
and you handled that one really well. Yeah, it's really good.
Definitely. There's say Tom, you know, what he's won and the person he is, and it gives these people a spotlight, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people
kind of get
fair play to him for agreeing to do
100%.
it.
And we, on the time schedule was on, he was going away that day, you know, it was tight, but he still gave us the time. You know, I don't know what time he would have left, it would have been late, but he still gave us the time. And yeah, it was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant to actually sit down and chat with him. So many people come up to me after that as well, because we went Ipswich, the meeting after. It was Ipswich. I didn't think of Tom like that at all. So I really enjoy Tom now. I really like Tom now.
Same with Dean.
Yeah, and Dean was another big one. You know, we hassled Dean a little bit to get him to do it, and then he finally agreed. Absolutely brilliant. Wow, what a different side to Dean that you see. Dean Wood, that you don't normally get to see. So that was brilliant. We come away from that, didn't we? It was like, that was cool. That was good. You know, he's like the boss. But he is the boss. And then Andy Smith, you know, Ollie got onto Andy Smith. It was like, wow, am I actually going to go? So he sorted it out and it was like, brilliant, we go do it. And then it got to
I didn't think we'd be able to do it.
And I was like, wow, he's actually said yes for once. For one, he's actually said yes. And for two, I was like, this is Andy Smith. Like, he might not see himself as he's very humble, isn't he?
Yeah.
But to a lot of us, it's like, that's Andy Smith. And went there, and it was, you know, some of the best 2 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever it was, that I've ever sat down and chat to someone. Unbelievable. The way the man tells a story is just, his memory's brilliant.
Natural, isn't he?
Yeah. And then moving on to Jack Star and Keefe, two of the most popular names that kept coming up in the banger scene, wasn't it? You need to get Jack Star and Keefe on for their stories. You've had Joey on.
We had
Joey Reynolds. They were brilliant. Them two are banger mad.
Yeah.
And to get a perspective from somebody like that is brilliant. You know, they live, sleep, breathe, eat bangers. And that was really good to get some of their insight. And then moving on to the McCanns and John Christie, you know, National Hot Rod World Champion. We've never done a National Hot Rod driver before. Didn't really know what to expect, but it was brilliant.
You've done two now.
Free. Yeah. And obviously John Christie, really down to earth guy. Didn't want to talk about himself at all. Was more wanting to chat about me, which that's not why we're there, John. And then also we've got Jordan as well, how he's grown a business using short oval to go from racing a stock rod or a pro stock to being able to afford a national hot rod. And then moving on from that, we went to Scotch Brite, which I said to him when we first started doing podcasts, and he come on, I said, do a podcast. Nah, people don't want to talk to me. People don't know about me. Blah. And then once he's seen them all now, I'll do one, all right, I'll do one.
He didn't even want to, when he started helping us in the garage, he didn't even want to speak on the mic. No, it's you they're watching.
Yeah.
What are you doing here then? Yeah,
exactly. What are you doing in the garage in Scotch Brite? But he's, he come on and do a podcast, and I think that was really good. I think it's like 8,000 views, 9,000 views. You know, he's a character in the YouTube,
he doesn't even drive anymore.
No, he doesn't race anymore. He just helps us out in the garage, and people are invested in him.
Yeah,
he was quite a name. He's humble. He won't say he was, but everyone knows Dylan. Everyone knows. They don't know him as Scotch Brite. That's his new sort of thing. But they know him as Dylan. And it was good to get his background and everything. Really, that was really good. I enjoyed that, and it's like one of the funniest ones I've done, because you can just talk to him and just laugh at anything he comes out with.
He's funny.
And then obviously Nigel Hari. I wanted to collab with Nigel Hari since we started. He was obviously, when we started, he was on like 5,000 views, and we're like, oh, that'd be cool if we could get to 5,000 views.
Yeah, he's on, I think we was chasing his subs. He was on about 3,400 or something back then, 3,000. And we just hit 1,000. We're like, oh, if we can get 3,000.
Yeah, remember he was the goal,
beyond him. We're beyond him, yeah.
He was the goal.
And then I think we'd done it in like the first year.
Yeah. But ever since then, I was like, it'd be good to collab. You know, we was the only two real YouTubers at the time. I'd say real YouTubers, people doing YouTube.
In
short oval.
From UK stock cars.
Exactly. And we both sort of started it for the same reason. He started it from Mandy Powell, and we started it from
Hunt the Front.
Both American dirt.
Oh, right.
Dirt vloggers. He started from her.
Yeah.
Is it Mandy Powell?
It is, yeah.
Is it?
Pouch
Racing or something, I don't know.
Yeah, Mandy, it's Dirt Unlimited or something, Dirt.
Yeah, it's Dirt Ovals anyway.
Yeah, and she's good though.
He started from her.
I used to watch her as well.
We started from Hunt the Front. And yeah, you watched her as well, which is weird to think that that's how we both was started.
I know, yeah. Which one inspired us? Did he ever watch Hunt the Front?
I don't know. I never, no. I'm not sure.
But because we're more like the father and son thing, and they were brothers, and their dad
were father and son, yeah.
They were father and son. It was more father and son, because it was Jonathan, his dad, used to go first, and then the brother joined in, and then the dad sort of dropped out a little bit. But
yeah,
and then a funny friend, Jesse.
Yeah. So, but all characters on the YouTube.
Yeah, all characters.
So that was all that stuff there, that was all practice as well, really. You know, every single one of them.
Well, we was learning, getting experience.
Yeah, and you lot giving me feedback, and obviously doing it through the monthlies. And then it's sort of, it's weird to say it, but it's all boiled down to now that Frankie Wayman podcast, which has just gone through the roof. You know, the man's one of the most popular men in stock cars because he's still going today, and he's raced longer than most of them people that are out there. And the stories that he's got. And it was always, obviously, me being a Wayman fan.
Yeah, when you was a kid.
When I was a kid. And it's sort of everything just ended up going towards that podcast.
All roads lead to Frankie Wayman.
Yeah, and obviously, I think me going on the Andy Smith podcast and podcasting Andy Smith and him being brilliant and really good, and the comments were amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously, me saying that I'm a Frankie Wayman to Andy Smith, I'm a Frankie Wayman fan, or was, or whatever, Frankie Wayman fan, and then obviously Frankie's watched it and been like, yeah, you know what, I'll give him a chance. And obviously we asked Frankie, and he come back and said, yeah. So, wow.
Yeah.
And that podcast is on 20 odd thousand views already in like 3-4 days, which is crazy. The biggest video we've ever done.
Don't get much better than that.
No, and I think we both gelled quite well. The podcast went really well. And there's a lot of people in there, Tebbz, you're a natural interviewer. I'm not. There's 21 podcasts later.
Yeah. Oh, if not more, because of the monthlies.
Exactly. That's not...
We're doing a month in, month out.
People saying, you're natural. It's like, no, it's not. It's repetitions. We didn't ever struggle to hold a conversation in the podcast, but...
Well, it depended on the other person as well.
Yeah. So if somebody wasn't giving us enough, it was a bit of a struggle for me
at the beginning. Probably now it wouldn't be.
Now I'm quite wise to it, and I can go the way that it needs to go.
You don't. I think a lot of them are up front anyway, aren't they? They're
after 20 minutes.
Most of them are really chatty.
15 minutes.
I remember early days, like people were a bit nervous to start with. Mate, are they still nervous? See, Matt Simpson didn't...
Michael Green. He was a bit nervous.
Why is he not on it?
I don't know. I'm sorry, Michael, I missed you off the list. That's why I just thought of him.
Chelsea's missed you off the list, Michael, if you're watching.
Don't tell him. We're going to cut that bit out.
Yeah.
We're going to cut... Well, I can't, because Michael Green as well is another... Try and edit this bit in. Michael Green, that's another brilliant podcast. Yeah, he was really good. I don't know.
He was really good.
He was.
But he was nervous.
That was my... Do you know... I think he's up there with Frankie, though. I really... Because I can sort of... I don't know, because he races F2s and it's what... I sort of think I might race one day. Like, maybe not flat out, nowhere near his standard. But it's good to see... He gave a lot of information.
He did.
And
a couple of people noticed that as well.
Yeah. I mean, he was really upfront.
Yeah.
But he was really quite natural with it. And even at the track, he's tried to help.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's really...
just a really nice guy. And I thought that was probably for learning stuff. That's my favourite one, really. I mean, obviously, Andy Smith and Frankie Wayman, I'm like, wow, you know.
Yeah, but this was more of a... Actually, I can learn a few things in this one.
Yeah, yeah. But he was saying stuff and I was taking it in all the time, you know.
That was really good. You're right. That was a really good podcast, and I really enjoyed that. And I spoke to him a few times beforehand. Never like massive long conversation, but you get the thing from him. He's a nice guy. Do you know what I mean? He's
Is he underrated? It's not.
No,
I didn't know of him.
Yeah, but
really.
You're not from the Brisker scene, are you?
No, until he come into the
exactly,
supers.
and then when he did, and he wins the world in his first year, and you're like, yeah, he's pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah. Who's this guy?
But he'd been killing it. I see an old video, one of the Northamptons, of him and Moody.
Oh right,
is his brother's one? Was it his brother's one? One of them. Oh, yeah. But he was on about where
Memorial.
Moody, he got the jump on Moody both times, and they raced fair together. I did that come up on Facebook. But yeah, no, that was a very good one as well. But like I say, all of these have just been, building up, and now we're at a stage where I can hold.
And to be fair to them all, I mean, it's you're putting it out there, aren't you? You know, for everyone to
judge and critique. Yeah,
it's ballsy.
Yeah, definitely
it's ballsy.
I mean, obviously, it's for us. It's big for us to go and do it. But then imagine what they feel like.
That's our win.
Yeah, exactly.
We get to do it with them, but for them to have the confidence to do it,
definitely. And then the most recent one, which we've just finished now, is the Matt Simpson one as well.
Yeah,
really brilliant.
Again, I couldn't put it down. Really,
that's what a lot of people say.
I couldn't put it down. I watched it, and I started and I thought I watched 10 minutes of it and see how it goes and that. I couldn't leave it alone. Even when I took the dog out, I was still watching it with headphones on.
Yeah.
Couldn't put it down. Because he was just going into, Janettas and going on the circuits. And, I mean, who does that? I suppose Baldley and Colin White and stuff. But
well, there's a very select few.
Out
of the whole
huge names.
Out of the whole short oval scene, there's what, 5 people?
Yeah.
And how big's the oval scene? Is it's small compared to the world, but
Piercy does it.
Yeah, not on that scale, but
yeah,
he does it on the slightly lower scale, which is still very bloody impressive.
Yeah, I mean,
he's competing in the minis, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, he won, didn't he? He won the season.
He would have. Won the rookie season. Yeah,
that's impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Still trying to hone Piercy down for a podcast, but I don't know what keeps happening to that.
He keeps ignoring us.
I think we have to do it at National Weekend.
Yeah, when he's pissed up.
Yeah, he's on the beer.
Yeah, he comes over for a chat then, doesn't he? But yeah, I've been trying to hone down Piercy for a little while, but it's not quite done that. 3-time world champion in a row. Slightly outdoes my English championship 3 times in a row, but I won't.
Yeah, he's good though.
He is. Yeah,
chased him long enough, haven't you?
I know. Yeah, and now he's retired. Yeah, so podcasts this year we round it up. Podcasts this year have been brilliant, really good. I've enjoyed them. I think it's up there with sort of my favourite bit about YouTube at the minute.
And before, the podcast would get half the amount of views to a race meeting video.
Yes.
And our podcasts within days are up 20,000.
Yeah, that's right.
With these big names.
It's even without the big names now, the podcast before would be really slow, but now they're actually...
They were just one of our fillers, weren't they, the podcasts, really? It's something that...
If we didn't have a meeting...
Yeah, you enjoyed doing them.
Yeah, originally we said about doing them in the off-season, in the winter, so we'd have videos coming out.
And people say, why'd you do them? Well, they're interesting, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like, do you make money from them? Like, not really, no. But it's... Just why not?
Yeah.
I love the fact that it gives our celebrities in our short oval scene,
and they are as well.
They are, of course, they are.
I mean,
it just gives people a platform to tell their story because, you got one of the biggest world champions or whatever living in a neighbourhood, and nobody in the neighbourhood would know about them. But then they go racing, and they've got 20,000 people that would love to sit there.
Superstars.
That would love to sit there and listen to them for 3 hours, or 2 hours, or an hour. But in their day-to-day life, they don't get none of that. So it's just nice to be able to give them that. That's brilliant. Tell a story. They can tell their stories because people have got some banging stories, haven't they?
Oh yeah.
And it's just it makes me feel good. I enjoy them. So, yeah, the podcast will definitely be carrying on for next year, 2027. We've already got...
2026.
2026, sorry, wishing life away too fast. We've already got 3 planned for the new year, and we've stopped it at that for the minute. So we've got 3 planned in the new year. Getting told off. So we've got 3 planned in the new year, and we are literally... stopping it there for the minute because obviously we've got plans for other videos, but yeah, they're not going to stop anytime soon, and we do enjoy them, and obviously everyone else does seem to enjoy them, and they're only going to get better.
Yeah, I just want to add the good thing about the podcast as well is that it's a range of formulas.
Yes.
Yeah, and not just the formulas as well, because we've done commentators and we've got another one to go.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and we've got another one to go.
And really, we could
well, the list goes on and on.
It does, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of little corners of our sport, isn't there? That need looking at.
Definitely, 100%. Now moving on to racing throughout the year. Now starting from January all the way up until recent times, a lot did happen this year. This is probably one of my best years I've ever had in racing. And Tallulah's back in the room. Hello, Baba. Yeah, one of my best years I've ever had racing. But we started off, obviously, we were still in the war at the beginning of the year. That lasted for 10 months. But the first meeting was Winter Nationals, and the boys weren't there. The Smiths weren't there for the Winter Nationals. And I had one of my best races, like I do with Piercy at Eastbourne, like we always do.
Yeah.
And we don't give each other any room, and we just go for each other, basically, you know, and make it good for the crowd once we get into the lead, the pair of us. And that was with Reese LeGrice as well. Poor Reese LeGrice got the brunt of it, and his belt's come undone, didn't he? And he swallowed into the wall, and we was all giving it to each other, all three of us. He ended up dropping out early doors, and me and Pierce ended up... he beat me on the last corner. I can't seem to get the last corners, but yeah, he ended up beating me, and that was another brilliant win at National at Eastbourne. And we'll get on to why I'm going to miss that this year in January, but it's for a good reason, but we'll get on to that. So yeah, and then into February, not quite racing, but the workshop was built, the LGC workshop, which we built over December and January when we moved into the new yard. We built a workshop inside there, so that was pretty much all of January and Feb, and that come out. And then a big pivotal moment in my racing career happened, not in stock cars, it actually happened at Dunkswell Raceway in karting. And you would have seen the video by now if you've watched it. One of the worst conditions I've ever raced in my life. I don't know if I've ever raced in stock cars that bad. Monsoon, rain, it was a storm, wasn't it?
It was horrendous.
It was. We had Tallulah with us as well with the rain cover. The microphone, we had the shotgun mic, we had the proper microphone, didn't we? And everything, and it still was not good enough for the banging of the wind on the curtain side of the gazebo awning, and yeah, and it was brutal. But we went down there the day before, and I was so excited because them carts are electric. They're not electric, they are petrol. Them carts are banging. They're so fun to drive, and they feel like they're going to kill you, and it's buzzing. The fact that it was monsooning made it even better. The track is one of the trickiest tracks you'll ever race at, apparently. It's really hard. And then it rains, even harder. What he was telling you to do, and you're just like, it's not natural. And the boys you're out there against, we wasn't racing, they were racing that weekend. I just went there on the Friday. And yeah, they were like, phew. Some
corners they would cut, and some they would go round. And
yeah, all sorts. Yeah. All sorts of different things. And I just was trying to survive. But what that thing did teach me to do was left foot brake. So up until then, I tried it once in dealer boots, and I ended up keeping my foot on the brake. Then I come in with the brakes cooked. And I swore I didn't want to race in racing boots because I'd done it once when I was in mini stocks and I didn't like it. So I went back to dealers, and I've always raced in dealers. And then after that, before that, Jordan McCann sponsored me, JMC Custom Paintwork, and said I'll sort you out some new ovals and new boots. I was like, all right, yeah, cool. So he sorted me out racing boots. So I'd worn racing boots, and I said, right, now I've got the racing boots, so I enjoy wearing them. I'm going to start left foot braking. But obviously we was in the war, so I'm like, I'm not going to start left foot braking in the war and give myself a disadvantage. So anyway, I went karting at Dunkswell on the Friday. No, it was a Saturday. It was Friday.
It's Friday.
And then we raced the next day, though.
Yeah. The
Aldershot.
English was the next day.
No, it weren't. It was Aldershot. So it was a Sunday.
Oh.
We raced the next day, so it must have been a Saturday. I don't know. No, I don't know. But anyway, so I went Dunkswell in the car all day in the wet, and with them, if you brake a tiny bit too much, you've spun. Or you've locked up or whatever.
So you've got a bit of control under your foot.
So I went Aldershot the next day, and I said to you, I'm going to left foot brake. Didn't have any practice. Straight out of Heat 1. Only went and won off the Reds, Superstars.
It's easy, isn't it?
I was like,
it's easier.
What? And I was just going round in that pit corner, just doing that, left, right. And he was just jolting the car around for me because the car was already turning. And I was like, wow. When I won the first race, I was like, I'm hooked. I'm not going to look right for brake ever again.
And it was Mac who was helping you mechanic. You were showing him some videos.
Yes.
And he said you could be so much faster if you left foot brake.
Yes. Yeah. The mechanic who was running me that day, he's obviously interested in stock cars. He knows Jack, knows that he's gone to stock cars, but he's not really seen it. Showed him YouTube, yeah. And he was like, you need to left foot brake. He said, you're wasting so much time. He said, honestly. And then, yeah, I went there and I was like, Mac in my head telling me. And I was like, all right, yeah, screw it, I'll do it. And I'd spent all day controlling that left foot, and it came naturally like that. So that was a massive pivotal moment, and now I see the massive advantage in it. massive. And obviously this year's been our best year. Is it due to the left foot braking? Might have helped. Might help a little bit.
Oh, it's just another thing that helps, isn't it?
Yeah.
There was a few elements to why you're better this year.
Yeah. But even like I remember at Mildenhall when the English Championship was coming up.
John Wood's one of them.
Yes. Yeah, so we're getting on to that, but yeah, so that was the starting moment at left foot braking. And so many people have said to me in the comments, left foot brake, when you're so used to not doing it. And yeah, we ended up, and we done it, and it worked. And I shouldn't say it, but I advise anyone to left foot brake.
In the stock rods, I was left foot braking, and like Steve Weeks would left foot brake, or I don't know if Sturty did, but Smythe
Sturty does, because he's got a light in there that tells him if he's resting his foot on the brake.
Right, yeah. But Stuart never did. I don't know if he does now, but back then he never did. So, but I did. I just thought it was easier to get the car to turn for me.
Yeah.
But whether it was faster or not, I don't know. I wasn't very fast.
But knowing what I know now, it is faster.
Yeah,
you have more control.
For you.
You have more control, and then you're going into.
I do it in my mod stock.
Yeah,
and it does rotate the car, like you say.
You can use it to your advantage, definitely. So then finished at Aldershot. I got first place and then 2 sips, which was good, really good. And the boys, the Smith lot weren't there, which is why I tried it. And then we went to Ipswich, best in Britain, and it is one of the best performing videos on the channel. I think I nailed the thumbnail. Smith versus Tebbz, the finale. Nailed the phone. As soon as I see the picture that I got sent by Matt Ball, whether it was might have been Lewis Ball, and I was like, that's the thumbnail. And obviously at that meeting we smashed each other up. I got smashed up, one of them might have got smashed up, I don't know. Some pretty bad shots going in. And then Speedworth called us up to the box and said we're all going to get bans, or are we shaky on it now? So we looked at them, they looked at us, we laughed about it and said, we'll leave it there. Cool. And then we went back, and obviously you lot started repairing the car, which was battered, and we was like, well, we've got nothing to prove now. Let's not rush it. Let's take it back and repair it properly. Lucky we did, because we didn't notice the chassis rail had snapped, where I'd welded a stainless steel plate, so it hadn't welded properly. I blocked it off with a stainless steel plate and then come off of that. Yeah, silly idea. So yeah, that was the war ending, and as I say, it's one of the best performing videos on the channel, which is very good. And then we went to Mildenhall, and would you believe it, Jack Smith at the end of the last race, we'd obviously called it off, got taken out the lead, pulls out in front of me to try and get matey, but he'd lost a shaft, so he only sort of half come out, pulled out right in front of me. I've anchored on, smacked into him. Luke's seen that, come in the back of me, thought, he's giving it to Jackie and I'll give it to him. And got called up straight away. You need to go to the box. I was like, no, I didn't mean to. And then Jack Smith was like, no, it's my fault. It's my fault. And then I said to him, I lost, I think the pipe come out the clutch. And the clutch said, give me a push. And Luke or Jack started pushing me, and they were like, get off him now, bro. Like, chill out, mate. Yeah, they were going nuts in the thing. And I was like, I've just told him to push me. I've got no bloody, we're all putting a pile up in the corner. Anyway. Got called up to the box. Jack come up there with me, Jack Smith, and he was like, I'll tell him it's my fault. He said, I went to go do matey. They took me out the lead, and I pulled out, realising I only had one shaft.
So that's the end of March?
Yeah, so that's the end of March. So yeah, that's the end of the war. We even had a tassel after that wasn't nothing to do with the war and whatever. We're all pally now. Went to the English Championship. That was the next meeting after. And we just come back from a bad Mildenhall. I got 17th and a 14th and then a DNF. And the next meeting
we thought we need to start nailing these shale meetings, didn't we? So we started experimenting while we was at the shale meetings, and we just couldn't find it. But we tried each corner, and in the last corner we went one way and then the other. And we went one way and it made a big difference. You went straight to the back.
Terrible.
So it was like, so if we go the other way, you go to the front, maybe. And which is what happened, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we changed the spring. I'm sure this isn't the only tears that people are going to hear on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So we changed the spring, and as we said, going up to the meeting, weren't we? We were sort of defeated already. I was defeated. I don't know how you felt. I've not really spoke to you about it.
Well,
considering I've held this title for 2 years now.
Yeah, I didn't think we was going to keep it because we'd never done any good. I think third is the best you'd done at Mildenhall, isn't it?
Yeah, third was the best I ever done at Mildenhall, and that was in the Spitfire.
Yeah,
that wasn't even in a Vauxhall. So yeah, none of us really had hopes that we was ever going to defend it, because they had it at Northampton originally, and then because so many bangers got booked in, they took us off there and put us at Mildenhall.
And I was sort of hoping we didn't win it because we'd had the engine stripped a couple of times.
Yes,
but then
it was inevitable they were going to strip it again.
I remember actually, I had no thoughts that we were going to be anywhere near the front. Because Mildenhall, we never do anywhere good.
No.
So and then me and Chelsea were standing next to each other in the crowd, sort of filming it.
I started sit throw inside.
Yeah, and then after 2 laps, you hit the front, and we was like, "Oh my God, look at the car! It's going well." And then after a few more laps, it's like he's pulling away. Oh my God, it's on!
He could do it.
This is on.
Yeah.
And then I think it stopped. There was yellow, wasn't it? Yeah. And we was just standing still, and I looked at my heart rate. It was like on 158.
Wow!
Like on my watch, and I was like,
on the wave yellow.
I could feel my heart going. I thought, we're on this. This is ours.
We were literally in disbelief.
Yeah. And I said, look, my heart rate's 158.
That's mad.
Just standing still, filming. That's how exciting it is.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good race as well at the beginning there.
But I was totally calm. I just we're not going to retain it. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Then the disappointment wouldn't be that,
No.
Yeah, no, even walking up to watch, people's like, "Oh, how do you think it's going to do?" We were like, "Rubbish."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No good.
Yeah, we was crap last time.
You lot are bluffing them.
Yeah.
You lot are bluffing them. But how I portrayed it in the video is how I felt at the time. I tried mimicking it as best I could with the music and the way I've edited it. It was like, I need people to feel how I felt, which is the beginning I didn't have no chance. And then I reared myself up in that car and I showed it, didn't I? I was like, yeah, that was the pivoting moment for me where I swapped, and I said, you need to sort yourself out. And I tried showing it in there.
You did, and we'd changed that spring and a couple of bit of tyre pressures and stuff. So you didn't even know whether you was going to go round or not.
No, but I changed the mentality in my head to do it. Yeah. And luckily the car was beneath me to do it. And because imagine I just sort of sat back and thought, I'm not going to win this.
And the car's capable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I didn't go for them 2 big, bold moves. I just tried racing. I might be able to hang off, I don't know. And but
no,
everything just...
all counts, doesn't it?
It does. Everything just merged. And
fell into place.
It fell into place, yeah. And, oh, mate, and I was you see it in the car. Like, I think I've cheered a few times when I've won in a car. But that was like, I couldn't not control myself. I was like, how have I just done that? Oh.
Yeah.
I think I even may have shed a tear in that car. You can see it on there just slightly. And I haven't cried in a long time.
Yeah, the English Championship ones are always good, aren't they?
Mm.
For some reason.
Yeah, don't know why. But
epic.
Yeah, that was some moment. And I think that was my top moment on the top 5 of 2025, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was one of them.
Yeah, for a reason. I think it was number 1. So after that, won the English Championship. What we done after that, I was like, you know what? I want to do some more banging content. I want to drive a banger. So come up with a deal with Jordan Eagle, sold the Corsa and bought the banger. Raced the banger at Skegness. First time ever going to Skegness. Meeting Rob Speak for the first time. Him showing us around all his workshops. Absolute brilliant video. I think it's one of our top videos. First time in a Caravan DD. Like,
yeah,
it
was a good day.
It was never a dream for me, but when you started racing, I started doing the Tebbz tribes. I was like, if I could do a caravan race one day, or a van race, that was another thing. Big van race or a caravan race, and it just so happened, Jordan Eagle and his family actually helped make it happen, because they were like, come to Skeg and race it, and we'll get you a caravan as well if you want to do a caravan. I was like, yeah.
They even give you another car, didn't they?
Yeah, someone give me a car, so I didn't wreck my own car.
Your own banger, yeah. For
how cool is that?
There's a caravan. This is the car you're going to use.
Jump in and go. We'd chain it up for you. I didn't have to do it. That was just absolute brilliant.
You got third in their championship, didn't you?
In the English championship, which I was in the lead at one point, and it was another one of them. I'm not letting anyone else win this. Once I got up there, and the two leaders ended up getting away when I got held up. But that was brilliant as well. Like being in part of that race. That was another one. We had carb problems, and Speaky held the gate for us and helped us get the car ready. Like just a brilliant video.
Insane.
Brilliant day, brilliant video, and then we got to do.
And a lot of what do you get? Highlights, didn't it?
Yes.
That video.
Yeah, correct.
It just naturally happened. It's just brilliant.
Unbelievable.
And the crowd cheering when it started up.
I reversed out onto the track, spun it round and went. And then because I remember reversing it up like that, and I thought, this is cool. I'll quickly flip it as I come out, flipped it, bosh, gate shut, and I drove off. I was like, what? Now let's go win this race.
You couldn't make it up.
No. Oh, if I'd have won that'd have just been... I was closer. I got a podium, which was nice. So my first ever banging meeting, well, in my own car, I ended up getting a third place, which was good. Really, really good. And the caravan race, I did go out early because I just went a ballsy move on some matey, and it ended up destroying myself. But that's what it's all about. And you know what the good thing, because it was a crowd for the... it was a holiday crowd.
Bank holiday, yeah.
Bank holiday, it was a holiday crowd. So when I pulled into matey and I stopped in the wall, they're all at the fence. I'm like... Come on. You see me in a car, I'm like trying to get the car started again. I'm like, come on. And I look over and they're all buzzing, all these camping people, all the holiday crowd. Yeah, really, really good. Really good. And then, so moving on to May then, we had Aldershot Southern Championship. Me and Giles crossed the line for the photo finish in the final, as always, and he most probably beat me.
He did.
He did beat me. Okay, Chelsea's confirmed it. He did beat me. He normally always beats me on the last bender. But yeah, always good racing with Giles. And then moving on. So in that time, Papa, you ended up buying a mod stock.
Yep.
Which was Hennisford.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Well, I wanted to do... I wanted a super stock or an F2, but I didn't think got good enough reactions, really. I'd just be a menace. And,
moving chicane.
Moving chicane, yeah, maybe. It's just a bit much, really. And then Peter.
Yeah.
He had a mod stock, didn't he? And I came across them again, and I thought, oh, that's what Peter does. I looked at them and I thought, rear-wheel drive, single-seater, and they look like F2s and that. I started watching videos of them, see how fast they go, and they looked a bit slow, but then there was a couple of onboards, and I watched the onboards, and I thought, they're actually good enough, and they're not too wild that I should be fine coming back. Something like that, and it could be a stepping stone maybe. And so I started looking, and I bought one. And then Hennisford was the first meeting, which was a few meetings into their season.
Yeah.
So I went to Hennisford.
But you bought a car. You bought a cheap car.
Yeah, I bought a cheap car. There was a car for like $5,000, which was a championship winning car. But it would have needed some modifications because, I'm short, but the guy said you'd need to raise the... He's about an inch shorter than me and it was tight. And I said, okay, well, I'm 12.5 stone. He said, yeah, I'm like 9. So the seat's going to be small. He said, yeah, it'd be snug. And he's 5'5", and I'm 5'6". And he said, you might have to modify it. And I was like, I don't really want to modify it. This other one, it was like half the money, and it just won a heat and final off the whites, but
yeah,
he won a heat and final even so. So it had the up-to-date tyres on it, and it was ready to go, really. I thought I'd get that. It just, for bin it doesn't matter, does it? You know, it's not big money. And I had to buy some wheels and tyres and that, so that took it up to about $3,000, I think, with it and a few little spares. So then that was that. It was about $3,000 worth of race car. So, and it seemed all right, really. I took it to Hensford. I wasn't driving it quick enough round the corners because they're all sort of very similar down the straight. It depends how fast you come out the corner, really. But they must keep the throttle half on or something going round the bend. Whereas my one, as I sort of got more confident, and you see it after like 5 laps, I was firing it into the corner. But then halfway through the race, it was getting really loose. And I thought, well, it's a bit firm on the back end and a bit soft on the front end, and tyres warming up and stuff, and it would want to spin out on you, so you was a bit slower coming out unless you could catch it. And so it needed some tweaking, my driving and the car. I don't know, I got 7th, I think, and they said, oh, you got the 5th fastest lap or 6th fastest lap. So, oh, that's all right, first time out.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them messaged me, said, look at my laps. Overall, you got like the 6th fastest lap or something.
Yeah, well, you got 7th and a 6th in heats.
Yeah, and then I properly spun it out in the final, and then sort of I was a lap down. That was the other thing. It would drop out of gear, which was throwing me off as well, because you can't have any interruptions with that thing. Like, it's a momentum formula, so you need to be on it, pinned the whole time. If it drops out of gear, you drop back into free cars. You know, they catch you because it takes a lap to wind back up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you just drop back into the pack, really, if you've made a bit. So, yeah, that was all right. It's good.
You were bad first meeting. Oh, yeah, we were there. We done a whole video on it.
It's all right.
It's a very good performing video as well.
Yeah.
It was very good. So that was just start of your mod stock journey.
Yeah, and I've done 6 meetings in total.
Well, they're on the list. So the one after that was the British, and it was Auntie Hazel's wedding.
Oh yeah,
on the Saturday. So we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
She's been wanting to get married for a long, long time. Yeah. And the right man was there, and he married her, so we couldn't do it. So me and Chelsea booked a holiday for the Sunday anyway, and we went away to Mallorca for the week with Tallulah. So yeah, that was the whole of May. That was the end of May, and then moving into June, which was the Taunton weekender, which hopefully you guys would have seen the video of that come out. We done a little challenge, didn't we? It was like, you had 2 days at Taunton. I was like, well, why don't you let me have a go? I had done a little bit of practice at Aldershot, and I said it was quite good. I said it was, still quick enough to enjoy yourself.
Bit of fun.
Yeah, so we come up with an idea, didn't we? It was like, well, we're not going to be able to, whoever gets fast lap time, because it's going to be different track conditions on each day. So it's like, let's come out with who can get closest to the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah.
And then work out by that.
That's the
fairest way.
Fairest way, isn't it?
Because,
see how far off the leader you are.
Yeah, so that was a little challenge that we'd done. I raced on the Saturday, and it was wet in the first one. We got a 3rd when it was wet.
Yeah.
And then the second race, I got an 8th. It was dry by that point, and I tried climbing over Matey, didn't I?
Yeah, went over his bonnet.
Yeah, went over his bonnet, and we bent a couple of bits on the front left. And then in the final, what happened in the final? I come out of gear again. Final, I didn't put the bungee on and come out of gear. So I dropped back, and then I finished 8th again, because it was just the front lot, as you say. Once you lose that bit of momentum, they'll just peel away and they're gone. And then unless they get held up, you're never going to catch them. You just can't. So yeah, we ended up getting faster and faster towards the end. The car was coming on, and then that left it over to you for the Sunday, which you was there on your own, because we shot off and went elsewhere, didn't we? Can't remember what we done, but
yeah. So I don't even know what positions I got it, but I was doing well. I think it was like
you got 6th. You got 6th and 8th.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
6th and 8th. Yes. Yeah, and then in the final I got into the lead. And I took about 3 cars, I think, and there was one white who was quite quick out front.
You reeled him in,
got past him, and then and there's only about 2 laps to go. And I was screaming it round. Anyway, just coming out of the corner, it just cut out. was in the lead, well clear, and just cut out. They wouldn't have caught me, and I was just stopped on the racing line because I had it pinned. And it drove out the corner and then just ball.
Yeah,
and I didn't have, there were cars around, coming, so I didn't have a chance, and it just pulled up, and a bit had dropped out the carburetor, brass bit, gone in the car, in the engine. So anyway,
they're only tiny little engines, aren't they?
Yeah, it just stopped. I don't know if they've done something with the carb. I don't know, but there's like a little brass piece in there, and then after, a couple of people said, "Oh, we super glue those in." So, oh right, okay.
Yeah.
There's the only thing with these little engines is there's so many quirks and things that go wrong.
Anything,
yeah, I know. Anyway,
yeah,
it's one of them things. Yeah. So, but I wasn't bothered because I had like 12 laps where I was hitting the marks and it was proper.
Yeah.
I could fire it in and I dialed in a bit of cross weight and stuff, and it wasn't stepping out, and it was brilliant. I enjoyed that. So even though I didn't win, I still enjoyed the race. It was a shame.
You had your win taken away, final and all.
Yeah.
Out of your control, the stock car gods burn on his side, as we like to say.
Yeah. And then that was that.
Yeah. So I ended up winning just 2-1 if we went by. So the first two races I was quicker than you, closest to the leader than you, and in the last one you got the fastest and you got the minimal difference overall.
Oh right, okay.
So you was a 0.267, I was
probably because I had a bit of a clear track and the car was dialed in, and
yeah, maybe, but still it was a nice little challenge for us to do, and
yeah, it was interesting. Just gave you a little go in it as well.
Yeah, gave me a go racing against some of them other just different people in a different formula. That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
Somehow I've become this man that
does
just races anything, a bit of a Guy Martin, I think. Guy Tebbz. So yeah, that was the end of that, and that was our June. That was the only racing we'd done in June.
That was all right, though, wasn't it? It was a good meeting.
It's good. It was nice.
They're a friendly lot.
For me, it was nice to get back to Taunton as well. I'd not been there since the mini stocks.
Mini stock, yeah,
and I loved it. Done really well there in the mini stocks, and I loved it. And yeah,
it's. I don't remember it being like that.
Do you not?
No, it's different.
I remember it like that.
Do you?
Yeah.
It seemed like a different place to me.
Oh right. Yeah, no, I remember it. It was very good. It was very similar.
On the end of the airfield.
So yeah, that moves us on to Speed Weekend now. And before Speed Weekend, we had Rex Alfie. We touched on him earlier. We had him start. Did we touch him earlier? Or did we speak to him about before? Yeah, we have. He started LGC and was obviously helping me a lot in the garage, and then he missed Speed Weekend, but then he come after that. But yeah, Speed Weekend, the magic pulley.
Oh yeah.
What the hell? That would never be answered. I don't know what happened. Not going to go into it now, but yeah, we had a magic pulley that disappeared.
It's on the video.
Yeah. Go watch the Speed Weekend. It was all one video.
I think we was watching it the other day. I was watching it yesterday.
Come off baffled. So yeah, we ended up pulling off on that, and it was qualifying for the heats for the Supreme Championship, and we got 6th place in the next one. Thank you to the side by side yellow flags. Which if you're worried, if you don't know what we're on about, make sure you go watch the Speed Weekend video from this year. All sorts was happening.
Chaos.
Yeah, and then so that put us up near the front of the grid. I'd say out of 60 cars, we were in the front quarter of the grid with a 6th place finish. And it was wet, and we don't do too bad in the wet. We're not too bad at Ipswich in the wet. And we ended up sitting in 3rd, and Jack Howard took out the leading Scotsman, which was, I've lost it, the British champ. Give me something, guys.
I haven't got a clue.
Okay. Gary Nichols, 176. Bosh. Took me a minute. Sorry, Gary, if you ever watch this. Gary Nichols, 176, the leading Scotsman. Jack Howard actually waited up and took him out, which you never go past an Howard if you're a Scotsman. And if you're leading the championship and there's a back mark in Howard, definitely don't go past an Howard. They will delete you alive. And he took him out, so it means I was in 2nd and Liam Sanchez in 1st. And then Jack Mayle come on Jackie Chan, and he ended up taking. He didn't even take Liam Santry out. Liam Santry took himself out on Jack. Actually hit him up the arse and slowed himself down, and then obviously went to go around him, and Jack then squeezed him up the wall, and it meant we come round and broke the Speed Weekend curse and got the Supreme Championship. Like I said in the top 5 moments, I said I've lost many championships like that, and I've been on Jack's end of it. We're helping other people win it, not because they were my mates, just because they was English and not Scottish. Back in the day, a few people remember them races. Very good, the old Tebbz. And yeah, the Supreme Championship added to the English Championship, which was unbelievable. 2 championships in 1 year. That's twice we've done it now, because we've done the national points in the English, and then this year we got the Supreme and the English. So yeah, that was a very good meeting for me. I enjoyed it a lot, and just Speed Weekend in general was pretty good. So yeah, that was July. And then moving on to the middle of July, you done the Northampton mod stock. We haven't actually raced a lot, really, considering the year before, have we? Not really at all. That's, we're in July and we've not done that many meetings yet. Crazy.
Yeah, it's probably behind on the videos.
We didn't do every meeting, did we? No. Once the war finished, we actually took a little break. Yeah, that's right. That's what it was. And
you said as well, we'll just do the ones... You said at the beginning of the year, we won't do every meeting anyway because of Tallulah. So. Yeah, that's right, yeah. So Tallulah obviously helped us take a step back. The finish of the war meant that we didn't have any commitments to go and do the meetings. It was just sort of do them as and when we wanted. So yeah, we haven't actually done many meetings. So you had the Northampton.
Yeah, Northampton was all right. I think I got a second. Lost it on the last corner.
You did, yeah. Again.
Yeah. Max got me.
Yeah.
He just bumped me off. Like, mind you, I thought I was going in, but because he had someone behind him as well. But, yeah, and I think I got 3rd or 4th by the time I got it going again. I think I had a couple of 4ths and maybe a 6th or something like that. But that was all right. I quite enjoyed that. It's just me and Mum went.
Yeah. After that was the Aldershot. The World Final one.
Oh, yeah.
The Gold Roof one.
I practiced for that. Got really prepared. And then I just hit everything. Like, if there was a car across the track, I hit it. If there was a car facing the wrong way, I head-oned him.
I've never seen Dad so confident going into a meeting.
Yeah.
I've never seen him so confident. Yeah, when practice, he was like, I'm flying in practice. This, that and the other. I've done this, I've done that. And you had all of us there. Me, Chelsea, Jack... me, Chelsea and Jack, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, helping wise, Chelsea was filming it. And
destroyed the car.
And me and Jack were there helping you whatever you needed to do.
Yeah.
And you had the team there, you had the confidence, and it was your worst meeting
you've ever done. It's weird how that happens, isn't it?
You're not the only one, trust me.
Oh, no, I just hit everything, and I was just like, what is going on? I can't catch a break here. And then, even when I did overtake someone, there's somebody turned the wrong way in the corner, and I went to, like, I actually let off the throttle, and I think I braked, and I went to turn, and then the bloke I just overtook hit me in the rear, and I just ricocheted straight into him. Just looked like I head-oned him straight.
Yeah, just that Gold Roof race. We thought, Dad might, he might get a top 5. He's been practicing. The car's good.
Yeah.
And you just went backwards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nearly got over. Oh, you did get overlapped.
Well, I did, yeah, just at the end. Yeah, I got overlapped.
Yeah.
I said, all right, don't remind him.
Yeah, I thought, should I take him out? Just
for cheekiness of overlapping you.
Just so I don't go a lap down.
James, he nearly had you.
Yeah, I don't mind him either. So I thought, leave him. let him through. I sort of overshot the corner, let him through.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I let second place through as well.
Yeah.
But he was miles back. But yeah, no, that was disaster. Absolute disaster. No, I don't think I ever recovered from that.
Yeah, you laughing at Grandad, giving everyone head on.
Yeah.
So that we'll leave it there then, Papa. That was the end of July.
Yep.
Didn't have a very good end to July, did you? And then that led us on to World Weekend. Like I touched on with Rex in the garage, it was the hardest month and a half I'd ever worked, I think.
That's probably also why you didn't race as well for a couple of meetings. Getting 2 cars ready.
Yeah, because I promised Nick. Obviously, Nick let me have a go in the World Cup. We agreed to go in the World Cup. He let me go and post a halt last year, and I let him race Ipswich Speed Weekend. So then this year, it's not a deal that we do. It's just how it happened. He was like, "Come race the World Cup weekend," and it just happened at the same time. Dean Wood wanted more than England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland in the World Final. He wanted an actual World Final. So I was like, well, I know a German that can drive a 1300. Exactly, yeah. So I was like, 100%, I don't mind helping Dean when he's got an idea like that. If he wants to make something of it, I'm there to support no matter what. So I said to Dean straight away, I said, I've got a German driver.
He had South African guys, didn't he?
He had a South African guy come over. We had a Dutch matey. We had a Denmark matey. Yeah. So, it was Dean's idea, and it just happened. He come up with it, and I said to Nick, you're racing World Final, book a ticket. And he's like, okay, yeah, cool. And we'd already decided I was going World Cup, I think, didn't we? Yeah. So, in Venray, in his saloon. So, yeah, that worked out well, but it just meant I had to get 2 cars that had just finished in the war, and one of them had been stripped down. One of them had just finished in the war. The other one had been stripped down to smithereens with the engine again, with bumpers and metalwork that all needed replacing.
Oh, yeah, because it was after Speed Weekend. So
yeah.
I know it, did it?
No, the Radom, I won the Radom Supreme, so that the top bit, they didn't get fully stripped down, but the metalwork was shot to bits, wasn't it? And then the white one was absolutely bulkhead forward.
Full rebuild
and paint. So yeah, that was a massive task, which we took it to Jamie. I took it to Jamie Blackman's. I'd done the bulkhead forward with Jamie, and then I bought it back, and me and Rex literally spent evening
put the engine back together,
and I put the engine back together. Yeah, painted it, metalwork, set up, new exhaust or whatever. I don't know. It wasn't that time. That was one after. But yeah, we just done everything, and we somehow made it to World Final, which I was optimistic. I thought I was going to do a lot better than I did, if I'm honest. I thought I would have been fighting it with them top 4. There was 4 of them there. That was the whole race were with each other, giving it some.
They were very, very quick.
They were, you had Piercy, Curtis Greer, Specs, and Bromley. Them 4 were in sort of. They were in the next bit. They were in that next 10th, I'd say, next 10th and a half. They were in. I was about 3 tenths off, but then they were in a 10th and a half quicker than everyone else. The other top lot. So it was like them 4, then another 10. Then I was behind that 10 lot really. And yeah, a bit annoying really, because I had high hopes. The last time we went there was when we was in the war, which was that big race where I'd done all 3 of them.
Yes, set fastest lap.
Set the fastest lap of the meeting. It was just ballistic, and I put the same settings in. The car's changed since then. The track's different temperature. I put the exact same settings in, and I was like, I'm going to, I went into it confidence. I wasn't that high up because of the war. I was a bit further down in the grid, but I was like, I've got into the lead from further back than this before, back in 2015 at Hennesford. And the car just didn't have the extra bit, and Nick had the same settings as me, and he said the same. He's like, it's just not got it in the road in this thing. I was like, oh, I know. As soon as he said it to me, I was like, yeah, same. So then we was chasing that all weekend. He had a really good weekend in the end. We managed a 9th in the World Final. He got taken out early doors, but he had the rest of it. He done really well. I think he got 2nd or 3rd in one of them as well. And then the last race of the day for the International Championship, the other roof championship, me and him come together and ended up smashing each other up. I come up his inside, and I've given the little nudge up like that to let him know I'm there. He's like, right, yeah, cool, you're there. I've gone into the corner, and then I just kept pushing from everyone behind. I kept going in flat out, and made it up to where I did, but then it was my turn at the front of the train, and it just so happened my other car was on the outside of me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There's a big heave, wasn't there?
Oh, there's a massive heave. And he went in, I demolished his car, demolished my car. So yeah, that was the end of that weekend. But I'm glad I got to give Nick a competitive car, which is what it's all about. He's made some massive memories. He's been in a 1300 World Final now as well. Ticked Hennesford off his list. So yeah, it was all that weekend was all about making memories with him really as well. Because I know he was going to return the favour in a couple of weeks. And then obviously, hopefully in the future, we'll definitely keep doing that, because that's what it's all about, making memories. And then the week after that was the European. So therefore I had to spend the whole week with Rex repairing the red one, the red Adam, because I decided that had the least damage. repairing that and getting that ready, and then set back up for Kings Lynn, which we done. And yeah, that first race was we had no gears, crawled around in third gear because it was qualifying throughout the 3 heats, and that was your points for the grid. So I was like, even if I finished last, I'm still going to get points. So I finished. I crawled round for 15th. Yeah. Oh, it was 15 place points. Oh, and I got 17th. Okay, yeah. So it wasn't even worth double clutching it. But yeah, so then sorted the gears out. Next race went out there, and we were flying, absolutely flying. Got third off the back of the Superstars, and then in the next heat we got 5th, and I was like, wow. And Kings Lynn, when you're on it, and you can. I was so confident. I was big-headed and confident. I was like, I've got it. I don't know what it was. That's my car as well, the Radom. Like, that car was built for me. Yeah. We built that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Everything, the seating position, the steering. Like, the Wadom's not really built for me. We just left the seating position as it was. It's all a bit, yeah. Radom is built for me. It's lovely.
Yeah.
And it
was built around you.
It was, yeah. And it was, yeah, when you're at one with that car, and we've done it a few times, didn't we? Where it's like you're unbeatable in that car. And yeah, went out there, so much confidence. The mate come on the mic, you know, how do you reckon you're going to do? I said, I'm going to win it. And anyone in my way, I'm going to take out. I'm going to win it. And yeah, pulled away. Jimmy Morris was ultra quick in that Civic off the line. Amount of torque he's got in that is ridiculous. Ultra quick. And then Giles was the other quickest man out there, who got a second and a first.
3 different cars. 3 different models of car.
Yeah.
Bonkers, isn't it?
Mad. Yeah. Corsa,
Adam,
Civic, and Adam. Yeah. And all 3 of us were fighting. That's good. Yeah. That's when you know you got it right.
It was like one was leading,
yeah.
Then the next was leading, and then the next was leading.
Yeah. Giles had his turn. Civic had his turn. The Adam had its turn. So we went back and forth challenging. I wasn't in first, but Jimmy and Giles were challenging first and second. And then all of a sudden, after a couple of exchanges, I was ended up second and Jimmy first. And he went the route of going 1 mile an hour on the rolling lap. And he knows he's got the torque and all the voxels. They do. They know that. And he went away, and I'm sitting there, I'm on his bumper, and I'm like, just, my eye is dead straight. I'm not looking at him, not looking anywhere. I'm just waiting for him to move. As soon as he went, I'd done it, lifted the clutch and went. And I just, no way am I keeping up with that. And he went, and I thought
you'd lost it at that point as well.
Because I was like, if I'm within striking distance, I'm going to go for him straight away. I'm going to do it. I'm not losing this. And I wasn't even within striking distance into the first corner. I was like, that's no man's land doing that. And so I was like, all right, just hit my marks, look behind me. Giles weren't on my bumper. I'd had a few car gap from Giles. So I knew he wasn't stupidly going to dive me. So I just hit my marks. All of a sudden, I started catching Jimmy. I was like, no. And he was taking a wider line, and I was just letting off a bit earlier and on the inside and then flooring it. And coming out the corner, I could just see myself go like that into the next one. Done the same. It was a little bit further on the inside of him. You know, like sometimes Eastbourne, you try to do that. It doesn't work, and you get washed out in the rain. Here, it was working. The dry line come earlier than he thought. And I just go out. And then I come out the corner, got the driver, and then I thought, now's my chance. And he went in, and he knew he's got mirrors inside, and he's got both mirrors like I run. And he see me there, and he just overshot it even more. And I thought, yeah, he's going to give me the spot. So I come up the inside, and obviously I just made sure I come past and give him a hit. Like, I'm coming past with a hit, no matter if you move out of the way or not, I'm hitting you. And I come out, slammed him up against the wall, and I thought if I could just slow him down a bit, enough for Giles to stick his nose in, I could win this. And I'd done it, went into the next corner, and then Giles come in, stuck his nose in the inside, and I come out the corner, I looked, and they were side by side. I was like, I've done it. They've got to work together now hard to beat me, or another Wave Jeller. And we're only halfway through the race at this point. Yeah, they needed either Wave Jeller or to work together. And I thought, if they work together, he sits behind Giles now. They could catch me, because Giles was probably the only man that could get me. And luckily, he overshot the next corner, and Jimmy come up his inside, slammed him up against the wall, looked in the mirror the next lap, and they were like more than half a straight behind. I thought, oh my God, has all of this work just been for this moment here? And I was like, concentrate. I think I'd done 3 or 4 more laps, did not look in the mirror. I had clear track in front of me, did not look in the mirror, 3 or 4 laps. And I look, Nobody. They'd gone.
You were well clear.
The only thing I could see was Darren Terry Brand. As I was going into the corner, I looked, he was coming out. And I thought, well, they've taken each other out then. Next thing, Jimmy Morris is slow in the middle of this track. And I thought, we get on well, but stock car racing is stock car racing. It is what it is. If he wanted to take me out, that was his chance. And it'd be quite a ballsy move. And I thought, okay, the old Tebbz would have probably lost it and hit him, thinking he's taking him out. But I was like, no, just go past him, Tebbz. He was going slow anyway. I was like, you're going to fly past him. If he tries it, but you've gone past. Went past him, and he obviously wasn't waiting for me. But these things go through your head when you've been in them situations before. People have waited up for you in major championships. You always got that in the back of your head. And like I said, with the Mildenhall one, the English, when you're coming up to the back markers, you're looking at them, you're like, right, I don't have any beef with any of these, but just be careful. But if you do have beef, you're like, right, I'm not going past him clean. And then I come up 5 lap board, 3 lap board, and then I started coming up behind back markers. I thought, none of these lot, then I've not got beef with any of these lot. Look in my mirror, Darren Terry, I can't even see him on the straight anymore. Come round and I just catch him as I'm coming out last corner like that, and I'm coming out corner. I was like, oh my God, what has just happened? And yeah, I lost it again in the car. You see it on the onboard. Oh my God, it's mental. Absolutely mental. And I just lost it, going nuts. And then ended up pulling on the infield, jumping on the car, and I'd get the flag, and I'm like, yes. Obviously winning the English was brilliant, and winning the points was brilliant, but getting a checkered roof was the next goal. The gold or the checkered. And having the checkered on your roof is a really proud thing to have, I think. And we managed to do it. Ended up... didn't get the rest of the meeting. They didn't seal it or anything and let me do the rest of the meeting because I was, it was valuable points I could have been getting, but they didn't bother. They just
it was right there and then. They were like, right,
yeah, strip it now.
Straight in.
I said, what? I'm not getting sealed and go back out like everyone else gets to. No. All right, cool, whatever. So we had to take our tools around there and got stripped, and they want pistons out. All right, yeah, whatever. It's an Elborn engine. I know it's going to be fine. He's a very reputable engine builder, and he's just had Ryan Santry's engine stripped the day before for the saloon. Absolutely fine. I was like, we've won it. That moved us on to Vemray. One of the best weekends, if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail, of my life. Another good weekend of my life. I've got plenty. It's just such a good year. Yeah. It was the year of Tebbz. It was a really good year. And the World Cup in the saloons, racing the saloons anyway is massive. Oh.
You're not going to get away with this now.
That is the windiest Tallulah I've ever met. Isn't it? I know she's ill. She's not very well. Not even Nanny can stop the tears today.
She's snotty.
She's very ill. Yeah.
Lila's the same.
Is she?
Yeah.
So that moves us on to the World Cup then, which is one of the best weekends I've ever had. Racing in the 2-litre saloon is brilliant anyway. They are bigger, badder, harder than the 1300s in every way. And to race in a massive weekend like the World Cup weekend, the biggest weekend in Holland, was massive. And thank you very much to Nick and the team for letting me do that. We didn't smash the car up, luckily. We put the car back in one piece, which is hopefully allows him to keep letting me do One day it won't be the case and we end up bringing it back smashed up, but that's stock car racing. We had a really good, we're keeping up with, we were mid-pack to, you had the top 6, I'd say, that were on it, the top boys, the top ones, and then we were sort of off of them and then into the mid-pack, which I was happy with, which was most of the Reds, really. And we had a really good weekend. We finished 8th in the World Cup. And then we had our best position was a 5th or a 6th in the last race on the Saturday night out of the 2 days. We got my first go in a F2 thanks to Courtney Witts as well, which was unbelievable experience. Absolutely pooing my pants because it's not my car and it's a lot of money. So it showed that in the way I was driving it, but I just wanted to have a go.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And she was kind enough to let me have a go after a drunk conversation on the Friday night. But yeah, really good, really unbelievable experience, the World Cup, and we're definitely back there next year, 2026. Chelsea's gone just on her debut. We'll come back to that. You can remember, come back to Chelsea's banger.
Yeah.
Because that was after. And then we had the Northampton Modstock Papa in September.
Oh yeah, I just crashed out in the first one, hurt my arm, and for somebody who doesn't bruise, I had like my whole left side was bruised, like my whole arm is mental. I had a couple of little crashes, and it whacked my arm on the Kirky seat, like one after another, and then I slapped the wall and then got sort of T-boned after a restart, and my arm was in bits, my side, and I was out of action for a couple of weeks. Definitely couldn't race. I don't think I raced next meeting, or probably a couple, and I was no way ever going to race in that seat again. So, so I got another seat put in. Got a second-hand cell seat, done the mould, and that's much better. And then I just crashed and
you didn't
got
get back out.
Yeah, I loaded it up. I was in so much pain. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it didn't look very nice. But mother kept us up to date.
I'm not really one to show much pain,
but I was bloody hurting.
Yeah.
Which then leads us on to your banger, baby. Yeah. I'll let you two discuss that for a minute while I go for a wee.
Well, I had a good time. I thought it was really fun. Which was kind of the main thing, just to see how I did. See if I liked it.
You was a bit anxious.
I was very nervous. Well, I'd gone to practice at Aldershot.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
By the end of the session, it was good.
Yeah, you look quick.
I don't know about quick.
No, as quick as me.
It's all relative.
Well, you was getting round all right towards the end, weren't you?
Yeah, towards the end, probably like the last 2 sessions around the track that I did.
Okay.
But yeah, the first time out, I was just so nervous. Even at Aldershot, I was like, oh my God. And also, because I wasn't on the track on my own, I had no mirror. I didn't know if someone was coming behind me. And I think there was a stock rod on there.
Yeah.
And something else, I can't remember. I was so slow. And then I got quicker and quicker and quicker to an okay pace where Kurt was like, okay, she might be okay in the race. But if I was just rubbish, I think we would have just called it there.
Oh, right. Because if you're poodling round...
Yeah, there's no point going out in a race.
No.
If I'm going to be like a target.
Yeah. But you got into second in the end? Yeah,
in the end. Yeah, no, the meeting was good. Had fun, got spun out every race. I wasn't there for the results or anything. I was just there to have fun and get to know the car. And I want to do it again.
Yeah. It was surprising. It was good to watch you develop.
Yeah. Develop's the right word.
It's always really good fun to watch somebody go out for their first race because you can't actually help them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can prepare them.
Prepare is the right word.
It's like when you send your child out.
Yeah.
You've
given them everything you can, but...
Go. Right.
Fly your wings.
Just follow him.
Yeah.
Just go round. Yeah. And they go round, you're like, oh my God.
What have I done?
That was probably slow. You lot in the first race. I was very slow in the first race.
Yeah, but...
It doesn't matter,
It's just doing the first race.
Yeah, exactly. Once that was out the way and I came back in, I was like, okay, fine.
Oh, I'm alive.
Like I said, once you come in and realise it's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same with anything. Once you go in and realise it's not going to kill you, you can actually then be like, okay, let me try and enjoy this next one.
Yeah, the first one I was just focusing on surviving.
If it's too much for you, pull on the infield, but try and resist.
Yeah. She was never going to do that.
I was never going to pull on the infield, no.
Never.
Not have a camera in the car.
No way. Why'd you pull in? No, it's too much.
I wouldn't have even done it without the camera, to be fair. I would not have Kurt hold that against me for the rest of my life.
But yeah.
Which I would have done.
Yeah.
And then, but you got quicker and quicker through the meeting.
Yeah, I got quicker, I got better. I started following people that were quick, so I could sort of drive a bit.
Yeah.
I just didn't press the brake, I don't know.
Yeah.
She didn't press the brake all meeting?
No, I didn't.
No.
I was too scared to move my feet. I was just in the position and I was like, I'm staying here.
Funny.
You've done all right, though. Done all right. And once a couple went past you and then you sat in behind them, I think, or was it at the beginning?
No, it's the second race.
Yeah, that was the second race.
Once you
towards
jumped
the end
in,
of the second race.
Jumped in behind them lot, they overlapped.
Yeah, jumped in behind behind the two. They were the leaders.
Yeah,
weren't
one
they?
of them was points champion, and the other one was a.
And then you started following them.
Yeah,
and then you were starting to get the hang of it.
Yeah,
and then you had a chicane to dodge, didn't you? A car facing the wrong way.
God, I thought I was going to go into that.
Yeah,
I think everyone else did as well.
yeah, because you was full like that, still giving it full beams. Like, oh god, let off.
Oh, fair play. She missed him.
Yeah,
missed her. Yeah,
just.
I slammed on the brakes harder than I've ever. Well,
yeah,
to do that on the road.
But by the end of it, it's like, well, if you had another meeting, you'd probably be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what we thought, wasn't it? That was a conclusion.
Which is then.
Which was the best outcome of the meeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if it's gone right, don't worry about that no more. Well, I'll go back out. Yeah, I'll take it.
In the end, it was like, she might actually have this.
Yeah, and I wouldn't let you have another go if I didn't think you had it, if I'm honest.
I know you wouldn't.
You'd have had a go and I'd have been like, yeah, well, you had a go. You know what it's like now. But I come off and I was like, tell you what.
Sit back down.
Yeah. Get that camera, will you? But I tell you what, you keep the banger. I'll race 1300s, and if I want to do a banger, I'll build another one. Because let that be her car now. And if she wrecks it, she wrecks it. If she don't, she don't. But there's potential there for her to progress and
I want to see how good I can get.
Yeah, the way they were there though, those cars should last all season.
You'll obviously might have a bad one, but it's only a matter of changing a bit of suspension on the front left. You know, they haven't got to be pristine. They just got to be, you know,
it got to just have the wheels pointing in the right direction.
So definitely. A lot of people ask me, hopefully people are still listening that ask me the same question. What's going on with the banger? We still got the banger, yes, but it's now Chelsea's. So we're going to fit a couple of her meetings in with our racing next year as well.
Never in my life did I think I'd be doing banger racing.
That's jokes.
My friends are like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's me.
Yeah. This is me now.
I thought you did dancing.
You did do dancing for many years, and now she's a banger racer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Very good.
It's bonkers, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
And you were like 25,000 views.
I did. All my friends in the school I used to work at, they were like, oh my God. I was like, I know.
You've done really well. I know. Very good. Yeah. So the banger is Chelsea's, and she can race it.
We went in driving. That was a really good day, wasn't it?
Oh, I loved it. I do enjoy being the other side. It does. It still does tick a box or tick a couple of boxes.
I enjoyed being the other side.
Yeah.
Just with the lady bangers though.
Yeah.
A load of people's like, when you go in a 1300, are you mad?
I wouldn't even do a 1300 again. I own a couple and I just would not bother.
Are you mad?
Can't even turn the thing.
No, they're too hard.
They are.
They are too hard to.
Yeah, I don't fancy it.
Fair play to the girls that are in the 2 litre saloons. There's a few.
Well,
at least they can steer them things.
Yeah, that's true. These are brutal, aren't they?
Yeah.
Can't even steer them.
If they start going out, like washing out, they're just hideous.
I think I would just put myself in because I don't have the strength to.
Exactly, yeah. You need to wrestle it out of sticky situations, and they're quite. You come off and your arms and shoulders are pumped, aren't they?
Yeah.
You've been working because the car's not handling quite right. It's just horrendous. Usually they put power steering in those, like power steering column for the girls.
They have done for Lauren Overy, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it's and 1 or 2 blokes.
Lee Kingsnorth. You sissy. I like to do the cha-cha like a sissy girl.
So anyway,
yeah.
That was a good day.
It was a very good day. Sun was shining as well.
The sun was very.
Which it made it much better. Nice bit of sunshine watching Chelsea race. And we didn't have too much work to do to the car. Minimal.
It was good.
Minimal.
It's quite. They've got all right set up there, haven't they? Really,
it's not too bad. I can imagine on a bad day, like rainy day, it's not very good because there's nowhere to go. You're on your own. So that was Chelsea in the banger, which was just before Northampton Modstock in September, and then for us, we was So that was the Radom. What happened to the Radom last meeting? That was the European. It got stripped down, didn't it? So then what we done, we had Ireland not long after that. So I was like, right, well, let's take the white one now. Let's take the Wadham. So Nick had smashed it. I smashed Nick up, or whatever you want to pull it. So then me and Rex had to get the Wadham ready, which was another job in itself. Another few late nights, some good videos.
Full rebuild again.
Full rebuild, basically. But yeah, we made it. We went over with Joe Giles. Drove all the way up there with Joe Giles, got the night ferry. We was there with the Santries and Kingsnorth and all that. Met Darren Terry Brand and all his gang up there. So there was a good group of us. Corbin Quinn, Luke Gordon. There was a good group of us. Ryan Jordan as well. And we went there. Obviously, we stayed at our Northern Irish cousins, the McCanns. We stayed with them. Thank you very much to them for their hospitality as always. Whenever we go over there, felt so welcomed. Went out there, Nuts Corner. It was dry when we went out for practice, and we were flying, babe, weren't we? We was quick.
Yeah.
When it was dry, I was like...
Very quick.
Wadham's flying around here because we were quick last time there, weren't we? We're always pretty quick in the Wadham, but yeah, we had that edge. And I was like, cool. Just done. I didn't do all the practice, just done what I needed to, parked it up.
Although, you didn't get the quickest lap time there.
Where?
At Nuts Corner.
Yeah, but it rained in the meeting.
Yeah, but I mean for the practice.
Oh, in the practice?
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Do you remember?
So when we were looking, I was like halfway down the field in the lap times. It was all quite tight, but I was halfway down. I thought, the car's doing what I need it to do. I know.
You were confident with the car.
I know,
anyway.
when I say to you, don't I? So that will win off the Reds and Supers. Because
it was one of them.
You're going round and you're pinning it and you're letting off, just dabbing the brakes and back on, and you're coming out on the inside, and the car's pulling you more to the inside than you ever need. And you're like, I can push it harder,
steer out of that,
and steer out of any trouble. And if I've got cars behind me, I can go in hard, brake last minute, turn it in, and still pull away up the inside. And that's massive in stock cars if you can break away. And I knew the car could do it. I might have been a tenth and a half off the quickest or whatever, 2 tenths. But
in traffic, you need it to do that.
100%.
Yeah, and really, everyone was very close.
Yeah,
it didn't matter who was the quickest.
Yeah. And anyway,
it's
round.
Just what your car's doing, because when you're in traffic,
you
need it to do a certain thing.
Definitely, and that's what it felt like. Straight away, I said to Rex and Chelsea, that's it. I'd done 2 sessions, all at once, and then I just bedded tyres in for the next 4 sessions, because we had like 6 new buff tyres. Just bedded them all in, front and back. So then come to the meeting, and of course it started raining. Pardon? Yeah, have you checked them both? Yeah. Cool. And then it come to the meeting and it started raining. You right? Yeah. And then we come to the meeting and it started raining. And I couldn't get it in the wet. Giles on the other hand smashed it in the wet. Darren Cherry Brand, really good. And everyone just sort of exceeded. And I didn't until the last race. So yeah, that exceeded in the heats and they done quite well. Done terrible in the heats. Come to the final and my wheel fell off. Because
Chinese wheel,
and we didn't have studs. So anyone quickly, my front left wheel fell off, but that's because I'm using a fake Polo wheel, which before my hub snapped at Hendersford World Final, Nick's hub snapped, and he had studs in the old hub. So I've put a new Adam hub on, not put studs back in it.
Oh,
run the same front left wheel that I normally run. But because the normal wheel nuts, we had to move back to the wheel nuts, and they only go in just a little bit. After a while, it starts elongating the holes, and it only just seemed to happen in the final as we got the pace and we started coming through. Because I started at the very back, started coming through, went past Giles and Darren Terry Brand, who finished first and second, and then the wheel fell off.
Wow!
So we was all messing about blaming Louis Terry Brand, but it was only after the meeting I realised what had happened. And so that happened, and then we changed the hub. Thank you to Santry and everyone else that helped me. Santry lent me the part, and then I think Quinn lent me the part, and because we didn't have that hub, another one of them hubs. So no, we didn't have a disc. That was it. And then so Ryan Jordan lent us the disc, and then we went out for the Dash for Cash, and it was reverse grid from the main race. So I started on like the first 2 rows, and I was like, oh, that'd be nice, £1,000. Anyway. brutal first few laps, absolute brutal, back and forth, slamming in the wall, and then it was my chance to put them in, and they ran in the wall, and then I was at the front, got put in the wall, and I come out, and I was like, oh, I'm in the lead here. And then, drove off into the distance, and then 5 laps later, I looked in my mirror, and Lee Kingsnorth's on my bumper, and I thought, oh God, what's going on here? And I realised one corner I was miles quicker than him, and in the next corner he was miles quicker than me. So I was like, what am I doing in that one? I was like, I'm going in too fast, and it's washing out a little bit. And I think he's going in slower. So 2 laps to go, I was like, now's my chance, try it. So I backed right off, slowed right up going in, kept it really tight, almost touching the curb, and going really slow, but then getting the spring out the corner. And I looked up and I pulled from him. I was like, no, because I thought I was checkmate, I'm out. And then my fast corner, I went round it, and I was like nearly half a straight in front. Tight one again, slowed it up, went tight, come out, same place, went round my fast corner, come out, and I was more than half a straight in front. And I was like, oh my God.
Cracked it.
And he was like, I come off after, he goes, I knew I should have done you straight away. And it was just me changing the driving style, panicking, not panicking, but thinking I'm doing something wrong here. And that was the other corner I could see I was miles quicker. And I just needed to slow it down a bit more so I could get on the power a bit earlier and keep it. But when you're in the lead and gone, you see you pulling away, you think that's the right thing.
You're just firing it in as well, aren't you?
Exactly. But it actually turns out that wasn't the quickest way, that corner. The other corner it was, but not that corner.
It was slow out, fast in, slow out.
Yeah. So I went slow in and fast out, and it gave me that all the way down the straight.
Yeah.
So we won the Dash for Cash. That was good. Went to Tullyroan the next day, changed the gear in at the McCann's, went to Tullyroan the next day, and oh mate, put the wrong gear in him. The rest is history. Blew the engine up, and got the engine off of Giles.
It's hard to blow those engines up as well, isn't it? They're bulletproof normally.
Well, it is when you don't rev the tits off it.
Yeah, I would have thought the rev limiter would have kicked in, but
didn't touch it.
It's mad.
But it was fast in practice. That's why I never changed it. I thought if it's that, I heard it was revving, and I thought, is it me? Is it something not?
I wonder what they're set on then. They're on about 8,000.
Yeah, I don't know, but so the practice I was quick, so I left it, and I thought
you've had that retuned though, haven't you?
Yeah.
So I wonder if they sort of turned it off, the limiter.
No, I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. We'll have to have a look.
Out of range.
Yeah, we'll have to have a look.
Plug in and have a look.
So and then my good engine that I rebuilt and put back together, I over-revved it and blew it up in Heat 1 of the championship, and Giles lent us his engine, thankfully, and put that in, missed second heat, started last car in the final, and we ended up coming back to 5th. Really good. So, can't complain in that. Island weekend is always a banging one. Always a banging one. After the Island weekender, in October, I haven't raced since the Island weekender. Have I not? Nah. That was in September. We're now December.
You've been doing your videos, haven't you?
Yeah. I've raced the Superstock.
Oh, you raced that?
But that was November and December, yeah.
You've raced that twice?
Yeah, so finishing in October, obviously, finished in Ireland and then moved over, changed jobs. Obviously, then was sorting out my new workshop, which took a while. So I had nowhere to prepare the cars, and I was busy YouTubing anyway, making videos and editing them and whatnot. So we didn't really race for a little while. And then in the plan in the summer, when we was at World Final, we actually come up with the plan with Danny White, didn't we? To race a Superstock.
Another drunken conversation, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was during the day. they were talking to me about it, and then it's like, ask him. And they asked you, didn't they?
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
Yeah, so say October we didn't race, so just sort my new workshop out, and then you raced the Ipswich in the mod stock.
Yeah, basically after I put a new seat in, and after my accident where I hurt myself, so it's the first one back. It was like, it wasn't a rush, but it was the last meeting of the season. So I thought I'd just go out there and see if I can compete, really. But it didn't. The engine's slow. It's giving up It's on its way. Really, I should have had it on the rollers and all sorts before. But when that bit dropped in the engine, I had to take the head off to get it out. And I saw some scoring on one of the bores where the gudgeon pin was moving around, which is quite common on those engines. And that cylinder was down a bit. This is halfway through the season.
Yeah.
And I thought, this needs a rebuild anyway. And by the time we got it to Ipswich, it showed, really. It was just didn't have any legs in it at all. And so basically, I was letting people, not letting them, but they were catching me going into the corner, bumping me. And I was just going out wide, really, let them through. And because I couldn't keep up with them. And then the last race, I was sort of hanging on, really. I dropped to the back and I was just hanging on to, like, there was 3 cars at the back there that I was just sort of trying to hang on to. And I thought, I was making a little bit up under braking because I could use them as a guide, but I just didn't have the legs to get back on them coming out. And so I ordered a new engine, which I've got, and it's in now. But so it pissed down before we sat in the car for the second heat, and I was like, I'm not even going out. I can't be bothered. They're like, get out now, get out. You got? I was like, I'm not rushing. I'm not getting all stressed. Go down there. The gate's shut in front of me. I'm just like, do you know what? I'll just go out for the final. I'll make sure I'm sitting in the car nice and early.
Yeah.
Because I was chatting like to somebody who wasn't racing that day, and it was hammering it down. It's just like, I can't be bothered. The car's not got it really. Just so I went out in the final, and it was all right. Just we didn't really get too involved, but it's getting back on the horse, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's all. It just ticked a box, and do I want to carry on with this? Yeah, I'll put the new engine in and keep going. But they've been dropped from Speedworth now, as have 11 formulas. So they're just drawing up a new... they've signed up with... not Trackstar. Autospeed, yeah.
Which is Taunton on the same day.
Yeah. So basically, we're going to have Taunton and St Day weekenders, and there's going to be a Bristol, and I think we're going to do a Scotland weekend and a few others, but the fixture list isn't out yet.
Yeah,
but that's so I'm going to carry on with that. But, new engines in and running.
Yeah,
I need to run it in really, and then take it on a rolling road. Make sure I'm
take it down to John Wood.
Yeah,
man who's helped with my racing this year, definitely. So that was the 25th of October, and then we're moving on to November now, which I sold the Wadham. I did have both cars up for sale, hoping to sell one, because I knew coming up to this, well, before we sold it, we raced at Logelli's, the Superstock, before we sold it, which was the drunken conversation, sort of, with Danny and James White. They said, race my car, as in their car, Superstock, because they said, oh, you want to race Superstock? Yeah, I definitely want to race Superstock. Why don't you come race our car? Okay, yeah, let's do this charity meeting at the end of the year. Good idea, cool. So that was planned. And then George Cousin, who owns a couple of Superstocks, works for HRP, lives up there. He said to Danny, he got heard of it. Got heard of it? Is that right? Got hold of it, of the idea, and said, well, why don't you race your car and I'll put Tebbz in one of mine. And Danny was like, yeah, all right then, cool, we'll do that. So therefore, George provided me a car. We went up to Scotland, filmed a load of December videos, didn't we?
We did, yeah. That was...
4 December videos?
That was a busy weekend.
I even done a TikTok reel thing on it, because I was mad about making a content that weekend. And so we went up there, met George Cousin, jumped in the Superstock, and I didn't know what to expect. Everyone says that they're twitchy, they're this. And I jumped in it, and yeah, it was twitchy, but it wasn't undrivable. I mean, it must be well set up, because I didn't think it done anything, that kept doing that on me, or I keep doing that. It just sort of drove to us however hard I sort of dared to drive it. Yeah. And I was impressed with myself. We come off. Everyone else around me was like, wow, fair play. was like, yeah, I know, I done all right, didn't I? Like,
that was probably the most scared I've been watching you race.
Really?
Yeah. Well, just the open wheelers, and they're big and they're fast.
Yeah, they're quick. They are quick. And I didn't know how I was going to react, and I ended up jumping in it because I'd done 10 laps in the wet, and then after that it was go out in the dry with everyone else, and that's all you're getting. So
yeah,
we've done that, and it was done 4 races, and we was quick in all of them. We got pretty much top 10 in all of them, didn't we?
Yeah,
top 8, and then the dash for cash I was winning most of the race, and then it come to the last 3 laps and the superstar come past and another superstar come past, and we ended up making 75 quid because it was 15 quid a lap or something. So that was 65 quid. So it was really, really good. And then after that, George Cousin said to me, well, why don't you take it down south? So we'll do a deal, you race it for a year, these are the sponsors that are going to help you out with it, including myself, including himself. So take it for a year, see if you can get a world final. He's sponsoring world final next year at Logelli. Get in the world final and see what you can do. And I was like, all right, yeah, cool.
All right then.
Okay.
That changes things.
Yeah. So then went back down south, no car, we didn't take a trailer up there. Spoke to him on the phone, texted and spoke to him on the phone. He was like, no, seriously, let's do it. I was like, okay, right, let's do it. I was like, I'll have to come grab it off you one time. He was like, well, let's get it to Hennisford, best in Britain, me. And I was like, well, forget it, Hennisford, we might as well race it. Obviously, the car's not come with hardly any spares, a small spares package, a couple of old tyres and a wheel, and that was pretty much all we got. But the car's there, sponsored to us for the year. I was like, screw it, we'll just go there and do the best we can. It don't matter. We get a free, not a free meeting, but we get a meeting to learn, and we don't have to go all the way up to Scotland to get it.
Yeah.
Thank you to Darren McAlpine for bringing it down for me.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer.
It was a no-brainer, wasn't it, to do it?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the start of what is going to be 2026 now. And we done Logelli, done really well, done Hennisford, done really well for the first half of the first race, missed the second race, and then rolled it in the final. But yeah, that's in true Tebbz style, if I'm honest.
Yeah, now we've got that out of the way.
Yeah, you might as well get it out of the way early. Well, you might as well do it early, ain't you?
Yeah.
Before the car gets too quick.
We can get on top of it now.
Yeah. So we've got a very exciting 2026. So, but while I was doing that, and once I knew the Superstock was coming back with me, obviously then I was like, right, well, I need to get rid of a car. For one, to help fund paying for the Superstock. Not that I've not paid for the car, but still a lot of running costs in Superstocks. So it was like, right, we'll get rid of one car, frees up some space, and gives me a bit of breathing room with the money. So that's what we done. Put both cars up for sale, and the white one was the one that sold. Good luck to Flip and his boy. Hopefully you lot can smash it in that car next year. Very fast car. He will be out in January, I think. So it'd be good to see my car doing well. It'd be nice. It's nice when you sell a car.
It is a good car, though.
Oh, it's quality. We've always done well in that. That won us the points as well, and £1,000. So yeah, that's sort of how our racing ended for that year, for this year, and then obviously the 25 videos in December started, which is absolutely chaos, and we're just about on the end of it, which I can't wait to finish now. Like I said, will we do it again? Yes, but with a lot more planning.
Yeah, I think you've got burnout at video 20.
Video 20, yeah, the burnout hit me at video 20, but it's fine. It's only 20 videos. It's only
the third burnout you've had.
All self-inflicted.
Yeah. But it wouldn't be you if you didn't have a burnout here and there.
No, I'd like to push myself as much as I can. And luckily I've got the support around me to help me with it as well.
Pick the pieces up.
Yes, that's very right.
Hold the fort down.
Yeah.
So moving into 2026 then, we have got, the 2 cars I've got left is the Spitfire and the Radom. The reason why I'm definitely not making the full switch to Superstocks is because, for one, I don't own the Superstock. So for whatever reason, George Cousin wants to take that car back. That's fine. Everything goes back in the car, and that's back to him. That's his choice. If that ever happens, it's not my car, and I respect that.
Yeah,
I'm grateful for what I've got, but I've learnt myself, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So,
oh yeah,
do you know what I mean? So for me, the smart decision is to keep the 2 stock cars, the 1300s or 1400s like they're called now. Still do my season in that best I can. I still hold 2 roof titles and another championship. So, you know what I'm like, defending. I'd rather defend it than try and win new. I'm always very precious about the titles that I've got. and I'll do my best to defend them, which I will be doing in 2026. I will be doing the Superstock and 1300. I did want to do the bangers as well, but that was before the Superstock. Now I've got the Superstock. I'm like, right, bangers and Superstocks. And obviously Chelsea's now going to take the banger. And Papa Tebbz also, if you don't know, wants to do a couple of bangers. He spoke to Gary Webb at A1, and I think they're going to do a deal for a meeting at Northampton or Aldershot or something. So we get to see Papa Tebbz in a banger as well. So there's enough banger content coming without me doing it. I was planning to do a full Adam car, a brand new one for the channel, a series on it. But now the Superstock opportunities come up. It's like, I can't do everything and I need to prioritise, and I would be stupid not to take the Superstock. So yeah, there would be no new car build at the minute. Very grateful to George and all the sponsors he's brought on board for the Superstock, and hopefully I do him proud next year and do everyone on here proud to show that 1300 driver can drive a rear-wheel drive Superstock. Plans as well for next year, we've got the Chili Bowl coming up, which is why I'm not racing the Winter National in January. I am at the Chili Bowl, hopefully watching some of the Brits do wonders there. Hopefully, maybe not. We will be bringing a good few videos from the Chili Bowl as well. That's another reason why we're going for the content. We're going to be racing 2 formulas all year, and we're going to be bringing different content as well. Papa Tebbz, 2026 plans. I've rambled on about mine.
Start with the mod stock. See what the fixtures are on that. I will do a little bit of travelling to start with.
Yep.
See how we go.
Play the game.
Yeah, see how we go. And if it's not working out, then I will switch to another formula.
Yep.
Not sure what yet. Probably be something like a...
It's going to be a single-seater.
Yeah. It's going to be
a single-seater.
It's going to be along the lines of a Super or F2, but it might not be brisker or...
We'll have to see how the year pans out. Could happen in January, could happen in Feb, could happen at the end of the year. Could win the gold roof in the mod stock next year.
Well,
giving James a run for his money.
I just want to... I've made some changes to it. I want to get rolling roaded and take it practice and see if the changes worked and I'm on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll do 1 or 2 meetings and see where we're at, really. Until the fixtures come out, don't know what you're doing, do you?
So that's your plans for next year?
Yeah, just a little bit. Oh, and a banger.
Thank you to everyone that's helped us throughout the year. Obviously, all the sponsors that you see at the end of the video, massive thank you. And I did do a sponsor video on everyone that was on that sponsor board. There is one person I missed out, and I'm very sorry. Ben Lewis at Second Gear. I'm very sorry. I didn't realise he wasn't even on the sponsor board. We're nearly done, Bubba. I didn't realise he wasn't on the sponsor board, but somebody did mention, oh, you're not sponsored by Ben Lewis. Yes, he still does help me out, and I'm very grateful for him. I appreciate it. Thank you to my team, which is me, Chelsea, Papa Tebbz, Ollie, Rachel, my sister, Mummy Tebbz there as well, and Tallulah. Thank you to all of them that make this YouTube happen. It's not just me. And I don't know if people think it's just me, but it's definitely not just me. Thanks to the people that bought merch. As I say, if you're still watching it at this point, you're probably eating your dinner by now. You've had your breakfast and you're eating your dinner. And when you're still watching it, make sure you tag us on the socials, and we're going to be sharing everyone that tags us on the Christmas day. Thank you to all the Tebbz Tribe members. Thank you to everyone who watches the videos. That's massive as well. Who's just come at meetings really and said hello and supported. That's the little wins that get ya. Thank you to everyone who's been on the podcast. Thank you very much, to the 1300 community. I think there's such a good community. It's a good bunch in them.
Oh yeah.
And on the track, it's bloody hard racing, and you got to get your elbows out and get stuck in and enjoy it. But yeah, the 1300 bunch at the minute are brilliant. Love them.
It is a good crack, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the mod stock, I'd like to say thank you to all the mod stock people for welcoming me.
Nice.
And helping me out through the year. Very helpful, very friendly. We went to the awards night the other week, and that was really good. Brilliant. Yeah, friendly bunch.
And the last mention definitely would be to the people I've gone up and down the country with, racing with. Obviously, I've had my team, Rex, Chelsea and all that, and you. But the other team that I've sort of had is obviously Joe Giles and Joey Collins and Ginge. You know, since the war, we've been racing with them non-stop.
Yeah.
You know, and Joe Collins is full of knowledge. You know, he's like the dad of the group, the granddad. Not the granddad, because he's not old, really. No, but you know what I mean.
He's younger than me.
Yeah, the wise old man, we called him, didn't we? the guru. And whenever you got any trouble, he's always there and he's always got an answer.
He knows what to do.
He knows everything. But so he's always good to have on his side, and he's helped us out throughout the last year and a half that we've been racing with him. And obviously, me and Joe get on really well, considering we used to run over each other to win, and I'd never liked him beating me. But now, we race hard and race together. And say we've been everywhere, Scotland together, we've been Ireland together, track star, but wherever we go, we normally go together and have a good crack. So yeah, thank you very much, Joe and Ginge, for making our racing that much better this last year as well. Thank you everyone for watching. Merry Christmas. Hopefully we haven't bored you enough. And we'll see you in the next one.